Alright, hello everyone. Just getting some tea. We are back with Coffee Talk. Hopefully we can get through a few more days of the game today. Hey Dan and Sleepy Milo. Hot chocolate sounds like a good plan. So, I did get a copy of this game for streaming purposes. It's also on Game Pass. Please see previous streams for the rundown. We are still on the countdown to Extra Life. It's Saturday, so this time in 3 weeks we will be well underway of our Extra Life stream. We've got quite a good buffer on our donation scale clock progress. So thank you to everyone who has donated so far. Reminder, we are doing basically a really cool thing where you can donate and get a brilliant number of oh wow, it's a deer. Games. So if you donate say $50, you can get up to $100 worth of game codes for Xbox. No worries. Enjoy. You'll have to let me know what Milo thinks of the ones that he picked. So yes, it's like I have all of these. I have like thousands of dollars worth of games to give away. It's like I can use these. I can use my power for good. Because it's raising money for charity. None of this goes to me. It's all for sick kids. So it's for a good cause and great value in games. Oh, I hope it doesn't make you sad either. But if it does, then you can just look at Milo and give him hugs and kisses, and then you will feel happy again. That should be good. Okay, so let's press a button because again, I am also sleepy. So fair warning, I probably will be yawning. It is not the game, it is very much me. Tired boys. Is that why Milo is napping? That is, wearing yourself out in a good way is good. Because you've had lots of fresh air and exercise and socialization. I am just tired because life. I need to find a better balance at work is basically where we're going. I enjoy my job, but it has been full on, and this is not a sustainable pace. I'm also fascinated by the little pink bear that's appeared in the cafe thing. I don't think that was there before. Hi, Leaky. And bless you. You're still feeling under the weather. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, that is sweet. Schedule. Oh, some sunglasses. We will like your post because why not? Ladies. Maybe we'll get some more friend faces today. We like friend faces. Oh, there's also a story. Sing your body electric. Should this be sung? I don't know. Sing your body for hiding, the truth in them prancing. Like a perfect man they are, like a perfect woman they are, like a perfect person the world expected they are. Not themselves, they can't be. They are hidden inside the closet. Beneath the sweater 4 size bigger, your mum bought you when you were 5. Hoping you grow into it somehow. Do those sweaters fit you now? Sing your body for dressing and designers as they like. Fashion. Like Gucci for the insecurity. Chanel is your personal hell. And Louis V hides your body. Like it's a casket. You hide what's you considered ugly inside a Versace Dior like you're not sure if you're a boy or a girl or whatnot. Your body still asks what you want inside those Armani pants. Sorry, I paused because Leaky has a really good point. You are always under the weather if we take that phrase literally. It's just one of those things that I have adopted as a phrase. Because I kind of like how it sounds, but also I never really interrogated that one literally. Now I'm never going to use it again. Are you still feeling poorly? I will go with there. Because sick has too many meanings. So we'll go with poorly. So that means if you're poorly in an aeroplane, well, you really shouldn't be flying, but also then you are poorly above the weather. Yet sing your body for surviving, fashion as they come wearing, tight skirts like you're a woman, black shirts like you're a man, sweatshirts like you're neither. That is an odd distinction. Dead or alive, padding inside bras to fill the gap in your chest, binding to feel like you have nothing. Weighing your shoulders what you actually are, as a person forever looking for a reason to stay alive. I feel like this should be sung, but I don't even know what tune to, so... So when the devil asks for a dance, you look as good as you can. And sing your body for growing, out of their chains for giving. A mother's expectations, a father's disappointment, the owner of the body who keeps on. Drawing lines near their wrists, praying this is it, yet persistent in staying alive. Well, that's a interesting way of putting it. Oh, how happy your veins must be, carrying hope through the arteries to where your heart is. A body that cannot stay broken, a body celebrated, a body forgiven. So sing your body for being, how blessed they are, the entire thing. How perfect a woman is, how perfect a man is, how perfect a body outside that dichotomy. How perfect the soul still looking for a body fit for themselves. Like shoes on the shelf inside the closet still waiting to be used. There will be a time, pretty high heels, there will be a time to feel like singing your body electric. Sing it fantastic, tantric like it's time for your nakedness to be alive. Proud as you are. Oh, it's a nautical term. Interesting. I did not know that. Interesting. Hey, Dot, dot, dot. Knock, knock. Anyone there? I mean, we are, but... Oh god, who was that? Riona's card. Is that supposed to be for that guy? Knock, knock. Anyone there? Mr. Beeley's, hi. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you come in. I did. Totally did. I was just checking my phone.
It must have been awkward for seafarers to play noughts and crosses then.
Scruff! Hi! Thank you so much for the resub. I feel like you only just resubbed, so thank you. Time has no meaning, but that was kind of perfect. And the text-to-speech worked, I think. Everyone heard that, right? Which bodes well for Extra Life, that everything... Oh, I've jinxed it now. Touch wood. Everything's working. I've got a new set of headphones, just in case, because the sound's gone in one of the ears of my existing ones. Probably because I keep on putting them on sideways and don't use that ear, so it went, oh, you're not using me, I'm going to turn off. I do want to maybe have a look at sound, like sound, so that when I get all high-pitched and squeaky, it doesn't just, like, completely eliminate my voice because of the filter. Because I did a test, and basically it's either there's a persistent electronic hum on the mic the entire time, or my voice comes through. there is no in between. And the hum was bad enough at the beginning before I had the filter thing on it, so yeah, I need to do the proper audio balancing that Leaky sent me. I just haven't got around to doing it because I haven't had any brain space, but I might, the idea will be to try and do it tomorrow. And then it's a 50-50 on whether there's a stream. No, audio balancing is not fun. But I feel like I'm going to get excited during Extra Life, and I'd kind of like my excitement to actually be audible to everybody and not just internally. I'm just hoping that at the end of it, it cuts out the hum but doesn't cut me out. I feel like it's kind of a metaphor. I'm on the same audio level as a hum for the other thing. Saying it's a big faff is not really encouraging me to get it done. The "it will take 5 minutes, it's worth it" is much better, and even if that's a lie, that would help. Because you know me and, you know, executive dysfunction and putting off things. I've been putting this off for several months now. I do need to do some backlog of clips as well. Do some editing on those, because I had a whole backlog. And then I've sort of not got any more backlog. So I need to edit some more clips. I should do that, so I can then post them. Do you enjoy doing the clips? I kind of like it. It's very, very short. It's a charity stream. I'm hoping that people are going to donate thousands of dollars. If they do, I'm going to be very excited. And also, you know me, by the end of it, I'll be so blinking hyperactive that I'll just be inaudible anyway, even with a filter, the proper filter. Ugh. You need to edit things and you don't want them. I know that feeling. Yeah. I'm not very good at editing. I don't know how to edit, but I have a thing where there's a little website for the clips where you can put the clip in and then you can add like subtitles and stuff, and it's mostly good. It's mostly good. You see, I have like 600 clips that I've taken of my VODs that I assume are all the best bits, because, well, anything that didn't get clipped wasn't great, or I just didn't have the energy to register. So in that, one would hope that I'd have enough there to be able to do something decent. The clip button on my stream really helps. Oh, sorry, my eyes are watering. But yeah, I kind of want to redo my intro thing because it's got my pandemic hair in it, and I just sound so banal into just something that has like a really cute selection of clips. But again, and also, yeah, I'm like, okay, it's just because she's so colourful. I think that really, really helps. But I couldn't figure out how to get like text on the video and not just have it be there all the time. I feel like you have to use some sort of fancy app thing. I'm not at that level of TikTokness. So I'm just going to continue using my clips, which is good. Yeah, I have a clip command because Leaky helped me set it up. Yeah, as long as I remember to have the app running, it works. I have not set up any of the other commands that would be incredibly useful, like taking screenshots to the Discord and that sort of thing. But I do have a clip command. I mean, Kara doesn't make clothing, What did I say that sounded like make clothing? But anyway, speaking of old clips. Oh, shorts. Yes, shorts as in like YouTube shorts. TikToks. Clips from 2 or 3 years ago feel ancient. I know, right? I mean, I've been doing this on... Well, I was doing it on Mixer. I don't have any clips of like Mixer ones. I still do have most of my VODs. For thousands of the damn... Well, 1,000 of the damn things. So if I wanted to go back to like, you know, the Mixer days. Or like Mixer days... Well, no... Basically anything pre-Twitch, because Twitch is when with clips and... Did you? See a thing come up? Or are you talking about Discord? Well, I mean, I do have mod on because, well, the chat goes on my VOD up there, and I prefer not to have to then edit it to get rid of words that I don't want on my VOD. Oh my god, Among Us, though. That is a blast from the past. But yeah, I mean, if I had infinite time and access to many more screens, because I feel like I need all the screens, I could like go through all of my past like old VODs and be like, that would make an awesome clip. I do not have that sort of time or energy. So for now I just try and clip things with my clip button and then download them so I've got them, and then at some point maybe I will sort myself out. I don't know what energy is, Griff. Case in point, I have very little right now. Though, I suppose the brilliant like side effect of this, whatever this is, burnout, is that things don't bother me at the moment. It's like I am vaguely apathetic about things happening that would usually make me very upset or anxious. I mean, that's one way of doing it. If you're more comfortable on the floor, then that makes perfect sense. Well, that's also a good reason to do that. I mean, not a great reason. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm tired and there's a pink teddy bear. But, sorry, I didn't hear you come in. How are you tonight? Well, you see, Scruff, what you do is you, like, bribe a friend with pizza and get them to come over and make them assemble it. That's how you do that. Pizza and video games or something. That requires you to have money. Okay. That is, I mean, yes, that is a thing. It's very much a thing. I would like some energy, yeah. Oh, that sucks. I feel like you should get paid even when you're sick. It's like a thing, except that if you get stuck on the statutory sick pay, it's just really not enough to live these days. Ooh. Wow, I'm very sorry. My eyes are leaking. That's how sorry I am. I spontaneously just started crying. Okay. I have very low energy right now, so I'm very empathetic. Well, I'm glad your work's been good about it. Because that's understanding work is good rather than work also adding to stress. But yeah, I hope that at some point you get a resolution to your housing situation. I'm really sorry. I am exhausted, really. I keep on yawning. Well, that's really great. Because there's nothing worse than work just following the book and just bulldozing over people and making the situation worse. That's actual compassion. I approve. I really can't stop yawning. We need to get through at least, a couple of days on this thing. Well, some works are poo. There's a reason I went to this page. What am I looking for? Check something. To check what day we're on and how many days are left. So, it goes up to day 15. And this is day 11, Friday, September the 29th. Okay, so day 11. So can we get to 15, 11, 12, 14, 15? That's 5 days. We could, if we actually get a wiggle on. Hold on, the name gives it away. Right. There was a pun. Oh dear. It's not even raining today. Yesterday there were so many clouds. It was like pitch black at like 9 in the morning, 10 in the morning. Realistically, it's probably about 11 in the morning when it was actually conscious. But yeah, it was so dark yesterday. I mean, I like rain and all that, but when it's not raining and there's just dark clouds, it's kind of sad. But there's some brightness today. It's all good. Anyway, how are you tonight? And stream, how are you today? I'm alright, but you look pretty distracted. Penny for your thoughts? Ah, yeah, you can have them for free. I was just pondering the hidden side of things. How different the world is under the surface compared to what we think it is. Nothing and no one is exactly what they appear to be. Funny, I was having similar thoughts on my way here. I guess now we spend so much time on social media, people believe we can be summed up in a picture or a sentence. Oh, well, currently mine would be one giant yawn and a picture of me in bed. But it's like that. It's not easy to know someone. Even if that someone is yourself. Especially if that someone is yourself. Sounds like we agree on this. We sure do. And it's been on my mind a lot the past few days. Does that have anything to do with your wedding to Mrs. Lure? Ms. Lure? Got it in one. How are things on that front? A few days ago, we decided to take some time apart to think. That sounds ominous. No, I don't mean it like that. It wasn't a breakup or even a break. Phew. We've been through so much, there's no walking back on our relationship now. But sometimes you're so together that you lose sight of the big picture, you know. Yeah, no worries, Gruff. Take your time, take your time. I think I see what you mean. So we decided to give each other a bit of space. Figure out what we really wanted out of our wedding. And more importantly, out of our marriage. Look at teeny, tiny look. I see. Have you made any progress on that front? Do you want the short version or the long version? I'm always here for the full story. Alright then, I'm going to tell you everything. But I think I should order first. Sure thing. What can I make you tonight? Not feeling fussy. Anything warm would do. So anything really. Makes sense. What about some herbal tea then? Hibiscus, butterfly pea? Butterfly pea or hibiscus sounds great. With milk and honey, please. Well, I really like the blue one, so let's do blue, milk and honey. Ugh. Plus, I don't think we've actually done blue pea with milk and honey. Not sure how that's going to go. Dreaming blue. Ooh, we can do some latte art. Might do some latte art. I know it's got some pretty stuff on there, but one of these days I am going to figure out. I've watched like some TikTok-y things on like latte art. Oh my god, that is like the world's... Maybe if I invert. It sort of looks a wee bit like a little puppy. Am I drawing a spider? Well, I was going for a heart to start with. Then I put it upside down. That did not make it easier. Now it sort of feels like it's sort of... Well, it did look a wee bit like a dog, and now it's sort of... I don't know. I kind of like the little lumpy bits. This side is very bad, though. I'm going to make it less. Sort of going for like a shaggy puppy type situation, like a sheepdog. Or yeah, maybe a little bit of a koala. Anyway, it's kind of pretty. It looks almost professional. It's professional. I mean, I can put a shamrock or... He's called Bentley and he has one eye and a little ball of hair. Aww. That is a really good little backstory for that. I like that. I like that. I used to draw shamrocks on beer. Yeah, on Guinness. Easy. Easy. But then the whole foam thing doesn't move, so... But yeah, I watched a TikTok video and they were just like, they tilted it and they put it and they just went and then it was beautiful, and I'm like, well, I can't do that, but we will keep trying because there is an achievement for like being like an hour in the latte art thing, so we may as well try. Here we go. Hope you like it. Thanks, Joe. This is so nice and it brings me way back. You know how I'm not really in touch with my family anymore? Yes, I'm sorry about that. Don't be. I don't even miss them, most of the time. In the end, they're just a random bunch of people. And we don't have very much in common. It's good that you've learned that about yourself, Mr. Beatties. I think so too. It's just one person I miss, but I've been missing her a while now. Ah, someone who passed away, I'm guessing? Exactly. Spot on again, Joe. I used to have a very close relationship with my great-great-aunt. When I was little, my parents fought all the time. I still remember in my bones how that made me feel. The fear that one of them or both of them would walk away and abandon me. Bit ironic in hindsight, but then it was many years ago. Yes, it's quite normal for a little child to care about their parents, no matter who they are or how they behave. That's true. Anyway, I spent almost all my evenings curled up in a ball in my room, trying hard not to listen to all the shouting, except when my god came to visit. Not that her being around prevented the fighting, mind you. Elven high society is amazing at keeping up appearances, except in front of family. But she got how it made me feel, so she went out of her way to take the sting out of it. She would keep me company and bring me a cup of herbal tea, with milk and honey in it. Drinking this now with you feels a lot like family again. Aww. Sounds like she was a perceptive person. She truly was the best of them until she got sick. Oh no, how did that happen? I thought elves didn't get sick. Ah, see, that's a part of elven disinformation. Elves don't get sick with your little run-of-the-mill colds, but they do get a big bad diseases like everyone else. And it's not uncommon for us to die from them. Except there's this assumption in elven society that if you live the right sort of life, you'll pass away peacefully in your bed. I used to be really good at remembering it, Leaky. Now I couldn't. But when I was, 18, easy. Now I have a memory, short-term memory like a blinking goldfish. Go once around my tank and I've forgotten it. Sometimes I just open my mouth and I've forgotten it. To be fair though, it was a lot of, small town pub and then uni pub, so it's pretty much, snake bite and black, bit of beer or whiskey or, somewhat on the rocks. Nothing fancy, no cocktails. But yeah. It was money. And it was something to do. And I enjoyed it at the time. I was a very different person back then. Purple nasty. Eesh. Purple nasty. Eee. Yeah. Well, I mean, snake bite and black was like Midlands. That's what, But yeah, no, God. Yep. Beer, cider and squish. Yeah. Disgusting, to be fair. But I'm like, I can't stand lager. Ugh. Used to come home, smelling of beer and cigarettes because, it used to still be a thing. I used to have to get a shower before I could even go to bed after working in the pub. Otherwise, I would just smell. I also discovered that I was allergic to Coca-Cola when I was doing that because I'd come home with a headache and I'd be like, why the heck? Because I'd just been mainlining cola to stay awake. And I'm not actually allergic to, like most of it. It's just the E numbers. I liked the taste. I miss Tab, which was clear cola. You got the nice taste without the E number. Caramel brown. And now they have all these natural colourings, which you'd think would be great, but I'm also allergic to them. So there are more of the natural ones that I'm allergic to than the E numbers. Go figure. So, give me chemicals any day. Random. But, yeah. Not at the moment. I really feel like having sweets, which is probably a good thing. I'm looking forward to my extra life sausage rolls. Still have to figure out how I'm going to schedule everything. But Daisy's up for Fall Guys extravaganza, so we need to figure out when's the best time to get everyone playing Fall Guys. I can create like a private server thing and something there, so that would be cool. Probably be sort of afternoonish. Oh. What are we doing? What else is on? Whoa! Mr. Corners finish the firefighting simulator already? Cool. And what's that I'm not playing? Just having a quick nosy. Turnip boy commits tax evasion. A wheel at the top every hour. Well, that would involve us knowing when an hour was, Leaky. I mean, yes. Depending on, like, consistent number of people. But sometimes I've got into a game, and if it was just got into a game and it's like, oh, well, I've got to finish now, and I get, you know, cranky. You would automate the scene change. Of course you would. Yeah, of course you would. I'm just going to be happy if I can get words on stream working this year. Last year, I had it all working before the stream, went to sleep, got back up, and then it would not refresh my token thing. It just got stuck on loading. So I had to use Gartic instead, which was not as good because people don't always like the pictures. So it's like, I know how it works, so I'm just going to set it up right before the stream and hope and pray that it's fine. Because words on stream is great if I need a break just to have some food. But yeah, I am going to jot out a kind of a plan. But I also imagine that, you know, sort of, there will be a period of time where, you know, everyone's asleep except Australia. And that sort of, you know, Saturday morning UK time that was always fairly dead. And there'd probably be sort of start of the stream, hopefully start off well, and hopefully get enough raids in that the viewers is like a nice, at least consistent double numbers for most of it, because then that will keep my brain happy. And then hopefully pick up Saturday crowd as people wake up. I'm never going to get it perfectly right. I just need to keep myself entertained enough to keep everyone else entertained. But anyway, as we're peacefully in your bed, so that's what families say most of the time when someone dies. Incidentally, that also means they need to pretend everything's fine until the last moment. So that's what they did to my aunt. They basically shut her in during the last few weeks. That sounds really awful. I did manage to visit her and she put on a brave face, but it was clear she wasn't happy. And she wasn't happy before that either. At least she had you. It's been a little consolation, but yes, I'm glad I was able to be with her. To think I came very close to being trapped with those people. I'm pretty sure she would have hated that for me. A little part of me hopes she'd be proud of me right now. I'm certain she would be. Thanks, Joe. There you are, letting me blab on again. That's more than fine, but do you think growing up among conflict might explain why things are? Well, a bit difficult to work out sometimes between you and your Lua. Definitely think that's part of it. In fact... Hey, Silva! And Amanda, with your little sunflower. Good evening. Hi, Joe. And hi, I don't think we've met before. I'm Silva. I'm Bailey's. Nice to meet you. And I'm guessing you're Amanda. We are, but you do not appear to be a hive. How did you... Lua told me she ran into you a week or so ago. Oh, the nice earthling we met on our first night here. That is a satisfactory explanation. And so, are you her date? A lot more than that. I'm her fiance. Truly? Fiance is a successful outcome of dates with a 0.013% probability. Congratulations on your excellent odds actualization. Thank you. Now, Cafe Offspring, we are wishing for a drink. Cafe Offspring? How'd you acquire that new title? Alright, sounds like something I shouldn't prod too hard. Are they implying that I'm one of them? And I'm actually the cafe? Never mind me. You're about to order, Amanda. We were. And what we wish for is a memorable parting experience. Ah, I suspected something like that. Last visit in a while, huh? That is accurate. I take it you've completed your research on her. Oh, sneeze. I'm not going to sneeze yet, though. That's frustrating. Almost. We are quite satisfied with the outcomes of our missions. Interesting. That sounds like there's a story there. But first, tell me, what sort of experience are you after? We wish to have something we never had before. It's time to get creative then. Yes, take care not to reuse any ingredient you have served us in the past. I don't know. Something pink and milky? Pretty milk? We can do latte art on this one. Hibiscus latte? Please make me do... Yay! Hibiscus latte. It does not have anything on it. Oh, can we do a heart? No! What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? I hit the wrong button. No! We were doing so well. What do we think? It's close. It's not perfect. I might try it again. But that's definitely better than I'd hoped for. Oh my god, you can rotate the cup! I wonder... Oh, I'm gonna now see if I can pour and rotate. Oh, I kind of want an undo. I made a smiley face! Except that I can't. How do I put eyes in? Okay. Nope. I don't really want to know what I'm trying to do here. one now just looks kind of rude. What happens if I invert? Just looks demented. I will hydrate. I'm just attempting to make a heart. Oh, no, invert's on the wrong way. Okay. Okay, I think that's the closest we're gonna get. That looks pretty good. It doesn't look quite so good with that side. There you go. Oh, we've got a tomato chill. Nah, I hydrated. I did good. Oh, we maxed out Bailey's. Freelance designer. Pumpkin spice. Escaping bloodlines. Solo expedition. Any new stories? No. Here you go. Hopefully this tastes new to you. It does. It is at least 56.94%, not 41% different from anything else we have experienced. We are, as Earthlings would express, delighted. According to our calculations, this is our 39,846 new experience since arriving on Earth. That's quite a lot. Perhaps, however, most of them are rather insignificant in nature. Oh, what about this one? This one is in the 99th percentile of significance. Is that good or bad? She means it's very significant, right, Amanda? Very much so. We enjoyed this place, and we will miss it. That's... Don't mind me getting a bit emotional here. Anyhow, I trust the agent gave you no more trouble. That one was quite close, actually. We had a little brush with the authorities, you see. Yeah, Lua mentioned that. He made her really angry. She was still seething when she came home that night. Please tell her I'm grateful for that. Well, that agent kept looking into things even after his second visit here, but that's where your help really came in handy, Joe. My help? Yes, the card that you got off the agent. He asked for help from an associate to run it through the mind you call computer. Once the contents of the card had been unveiled, we analysed the language of its communication, which is quite an interesting mix, if we may say so. It is roughly 60.093% syntax and 39.9077% mathematics. We then led a polynomial time attack on its encryption, expressing the ciphertext as Mr. Corners with the multiple me's open. Hang on, let me just close the multiple me's. Thank you so much. I did see that you had finished the firefighting simulation. How did you find it? It was very. It was nice and mellow to listen to the water, kind of like Power Wash. Yeah, how are you doing? And also, hi, welcome in, and hi, welcome in, Raiders. Though one of those readers was me. Which is always interesting. We're getting a little bit of a maths lesson about how to communicate with computers. Written the ciphertext as the point is, Amanda managed to get into the fire system. She obfuscated all mentions of any of us or save beyond recognition. And some totally legitimate orders came in to send the agent to Europe on an urgent mission. It should last more than long enough for him to forget about all of us. That sounds incredible. It does sound thrilling. It was a very simple matter of applying hive knowledge. Be that as it's me, that's great work, Amanda. We are pleased. Amanda is amazing. But let's not forget. Nice. Congratulations. Let's not forget who got the card in the first place. You've really helped us there, Joe. Thank you. Were we? I don't think we were the one that pickpocketed him, though. I'm very glad to hear that. I'm very relieved. Yes, we have thought on it for a while, and achievement! 50,075 kilometers around the world, around the world. And that's a song in itself. Good. Well, that is the main thing. Enjoying it. That's, I mean, you know, playing a game you don't enjoy is hard to justify these days. Very hard to justify. I'm really enjoying this. I really like the characters. I like the little subplots and the friendships and everything. Yeah. I should DNF games more. Do not finish, like, books. I should DNF books more. It's like, you know, life is too short to spend it doing things you don't enjoy. I guess the exception is if you don't enjoy your job, but at least then you're getting money out of it, which can then buy you things that you can enjoy. But I mean, you know, in your leisure time, life's too short to do things you don't enjoy. So, excuse me, sorry. Yes, we have thought on it for a while, and we have decided we do not care for that sort of excitement. Not if it makes our siblings so sad. You've really got a hang of emotions, haven't you, Amanda? Thank you, Offspring. If that is the case, we are content. That means our mission is well and truly accomplished. Offspring? I mean, I know when Silver was in his space person guys, there was the whole time travel-y thing. Are we actually part of the Hive? Cafe Offspring. We've been called Cafe Offspring and Offspring again. And Nikki's online. You weren't enjoying the cat puzzle game. I may have zoned out a bit during the cat puzzle game because I was playing the bear game, which was fun, and I was having a lot of fun bashing the evil machines and bringing back nature. There was an interesting point and click you played that had like the retro 80s style swooshes. I really liked that. In fact, I think I liked most of the games you were playing. I just can't remember what they were because my brain decided it was not important to retain that information. I think because not all of them were coming to console. It's like, thanks, brain. But I did enjoy watching it. That's important information. I mean, yeah. The character looked like my cat cushion. My cat cushion featured in a video this morning. And then after I'd posted that, I saw another one using that sound, going, actually the sound isn't trending. There's only like, you know, a couple of thousand videos using it, and I'm like, well, it's trending on my For You page because it is about me. One of these days I will do an actual trending sound and figure out how to do a proper video. But for now, I'm having fun, you know, just doing little clips. I'm building up my little library. And maybe the occasional lip sync thing. I don't know. But yes, apparently sometimes there is important information. Like, thank you very much, Nightbot. See, is there important information? Extra Life. Yes. 20 days till Extra Life. Less than 3 weeks now. Actually, no, saying it like that makes me go, it's less than 3 weeks. We'll be streaming for 24 hours plus for charity to raise money for sick kids. It is the 5th year we're doing it. And yeah. I mean, the one with me doing boom, 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 boom from the stream with Jessie got like 2,500 views on YouTube. And I don't know how that happened. But like, one that I posted before got like 3. And this is short. You know, it's like less than 30 seconds. I just keep checking your page, Leaky, because I'm waiting for you to post more ones. Because I really like yours. Because yours are always, you know, very well put together. And yes, it's legit. It's there's not an Extra Life, you know, embargo on the games. Everyone is entitled. You know, you are donating. You get games. You can play those games whenever. You know, in fact, you are encouraged to play and share that you are playing the games that you got for donating to my Extra Life campaign and telling more people about it so they can also donate and get games. I put up some more incentives for various different values in case people don't have a lot of money but want to donate and also get games. So, yeah. Because good cause. I'm raising money for charity. This money does not go to me. All the money I make from streaming goes to charity. Because, well, I'm privileged enough not to need the income from streaming. It is nice to be in that position. It makes life a little less stressful. Yeah. Charity. Also for the kids. Which they can't use because it got copyrighted, so we had to use a different one. I think it's like Cheer for Kids or something. I don't know. It's on my blog post, whatever it was. But anyway. Something. Charity. Excuse me. It's not any of you, it's not the game, it is just me and I'm tired. So I'm really hoping game day goes well, because if it goes well, then I will become more energized. Because the dopamine. So it's like I am bribing people with games. And so far it's working, you know. We've got a whole bunch of donations. I mean, we need more, obviously. We need to spread the word. So spread the word wide and far. Far and wide. Tell more people about it. Because more donations is more money for the kids. That means our mission is well and truly accomplished. Did you come here specifically to pick up Earthling emotions? No, we came here for the purposes of general Earthling research. But it appears to us now that emotions are one of its most interesting aspects. We will be submitting you call it, academic paper. Uncontrolled stimuli and reflexive neural pathways. Deep-level communication in hive versus non-hive species. Wow. That's how you know it's serious research. I don't even understand the title. Amanda was always the brains in the family. I wasn't your only mission though, Amanda, right? If you're leaving, does that mean... Yes. Pearl and I did go out on a date. Right, you're looking for love, aren't you? I am. I was. I think I may have found it. Wait, wasn't the first date a really short time ago? Just a couple of days. But I've been waiting a while and I really think this is it. When I took up this mission from the hive when I came to Earth, and during this entire process when I changed and changed, what I was hoping was that someone would see me for who I am. And I really think she does. That's so great, but I'm curious, doesn't being a hive provide that experience of feeling seen? It does and it does not. And in fact, we hope that it is something our research might improve. The hive sees thoughts and desires honestly, but it is not able to communicate the reasons for those desires. The emotions, as it were. We do not dwell on those, nor will we start to do so in excess. But it seems to us now that they may be worth conveying, at least to some extent. Yes. What Amanda said is a part of it. I was very unaware of my emotions when I first came to Earth. Can I read this research paper? I feel like it might help me understand my emotions. I was really bad at communicating them clearly to others. Yes, I would also really like to learn this. In some ways, I still am. Oh, it will always be harder for me to grasp them for most people. But when I started to understand them, I was both fascinated and scared. Which is not an uncommon experience, I think. It's really not. It requires a good deal of courage to look at your emotions honestly. It certainly requires some time. Even more time to find someone who can look at them with you. Not get scared and take them as they are. Someone who can see you clearly and kindly. It's a precious thing when that happens, huh? A rare and beautiful thing. Has that been your experience with Lua? It definitely has. I almost forgot how much it mattered too. I'm lucky that I've got good friends who remind me of that. So does that mean you and Lua found some answers? Oh, the heck with it. I can't hold my tongue any longer. I'm sorry to interrupt your goodbyes, you guys, but... Joe, I'd like to officially invite you to a little surprise ceremony, which will take place 3 days hence. Wow, that's some answers indeed. Yeah, taking a little time to think really cleared our heads. We've gotten bogged down in the details, and in our insecurities, to be honest. So we decided to make it simple again. No fuse, no massive... No fuse? No fuss! No fuss! Well, no fuse, because it's not going to explode or anything. No massive expense, nothing like that. Just us and our closest family members. Whether we got them at birth or chose them ourselves. I am very touched, Mr. Beelys. Oh, come on, Joe. You know you mean a lot to the two of us, as does this place. Speaking of which, I also have Hyde's invitation here. A special invitation card for a certain someone. Cool, we can deliver that. Well, Hyde and Gala's invitation, seeing as that's his obvious +1, would you give it to them when you see them? Guest of honour? But what am I going to wear? Purple, obviously, because it's a wedding. Would you give it to them when you see them? That would be an honour. Silver and Amanda, I don't have a car for you, but you're in the cafe family as well, so I'm sure Lua won't mind. Would you like to join us for the party? A party? This is our first experience being invited to a party. It is 99.999% pleasant, and 0.001% disappointing that we have to refuse. Yes, I truly appreciate the offer, Baileys, but sadly we're leaving Seattle tomorrow. Really? That's more sudden than I expected. Are you going back to Space then, Amanda? Not yet. We are going on an adventure. That sounds very exciting. It really is. Amanda and I are taking a trip through the country. Maybe even a bit further if we've got time. We're basically going to be tourists. Tourist is such a fascinating concept. Although our sibling explained it to us multiple times, we still find it very hard to comprehend. We always thought that travelling must have a mission, a purpose. But it seems that tourism is travelling with no purpose other than travelling, which is in essence circular reasoning. Ha! It may well be, but it's still a lot of fun. In fact, I'd say that's the real purpose of tourism. To have fun, to relax, to see beautiful things. Different life experiences. To enjoy life, you know. Enjoyment as a purpose. That is new to us, but we are 99.999% excited to try it out. And so am I. I've never been out of Seattle since I arrived. I guess I was afraid that I wouldn't be able to blend in. That I would have to restart everything from scratch. But knowing that you're here, Joe, that I always have a place to return to where I feel home, well, that makes me a lot less nervous. That's I'm very happy to hear that. You're going to make me cry. Onion Ninja's in here. Okay, no. Not crying. Still making me happy though. Okay, are you all watching me cry? I think we should order a drink. Of course, what can I make? I'd like it to reflect the spirit of our upcoming adventure. But I'm also in the mood for something sweet and soothing. So sweet and soothing, but with an adventurous kick. Ooh, ginger? Yes, that's exactly right. Then how about some hot chocolate with something extra to make it fun? Ah, I'd love that. Hot chocolate with some sweetness and some spice would be amazing. Okay, so chocolate, sweetness, chocolate, honey, ginger, right? Oops. Can we put art on it? It's not a latte. No, it has a little spaceship made of ginger. That's cute. I wonder if this will end with a wedding then. Ah. Here's a 299.792.458 for a lightspeed traveller. Ah. I think I saw an advert for that. But yeah, how's everyone's weekend started off? Anyone playing anything interesting? Fun? This weekend? Anyone got any plans? Do people here have plans? Because I never have plans when people ask. I bet, okay, like 1% of the time I may have a plan. But yeah, what's the haps? No, don't say that. You're not hip enough to say that. You're not. You clearly you just said hip. Therefore, you were definitely not. Oh, we like this name. It is evocative and adventurous. Evocative? Yes, it is the speed of light, not evocative of great adventures. The speed of light. Oh, wow. Way to target your audience, Joe. Ha, thank you, but do you like the tea, Silver? I love it. This is exactly what I wanted. You just rolled a trick that lets you keep playing Skyrim. Excellent. My current trick requires me to get a very high ratio achievement. And I'm not going to re-roll it. I did re-roll the online one, so I've done 2 re-rolls now. I'm not going to re-roll this because I'm trying to get it in Monster Prom. And if I'm going to give that probably another hour of trying to get this random event. And if that doesn't work, I've got Plague Inc. as a fallback, or the Bookwalker Tales, which is on Game Pass, which is actually quite fun. That's an achievement or 2 that are high ratio. So, it's all good. But it's just slightly more time consuming, which is fine. But I'm aiming for sort of around about the 50 mark. For, you know, making it good for donations. You really want to get back into BG3 after you stop for a bit. Well, yeah, you should just get back into it. Apparently there's a dark urge. You can play it and then tell me what the blip it's on about, because I've not been following Kyra's streams. Maybe when you're sick, while you're sick, you can play it. And it will make you feel better because you will forget about being sick. You know. I love it. That's exactly what I wanted. It's got the spicy kick of ginger to start with, which keeps you on your toes. But then the honey makes it sweet and comfortable. In fact, it reminds me of you, Amanda. How does a taste remind you of us? I guess he's saying that you're sweet but with a strong character as well. That's about right. We do not entirely comprehend it, and yet we are pleased. Well, that's settled then. Whenever you miss Amanda, Silver, you can come here and I'll make you this drink. I'd like that, thank you. Whoa, careful there, you don't want to spill a drink you enjoy that much. Ah, you're right. I'm just so excited, I can barely sit still. I understand that feeling. I can imagine a first trip across the country is a big deal. It is, but that is not the only reason I am excited. Okay, that was quite the dramatic pause. I really want to know what you're going to say now. You guys seem to lead very interesting lives. Oh, not at all. I think I'm quite a boring person. With a secret society and an alien background. It's true that some of my life circumstances are a bit unusual. But this particular thing is very commonplace. Our sibling is excited because his date will be joining us. And in fact, we must be fair and acknowledge that we may have misjudged her based on her lack of facial symmetry. Although Pearl's features are 9.231% different from left to right. We agree with her movie analyses 99.999%. Wow, hold on. Amanda, you've met Pearl and you talked about movies? Also, people's faces shouldn't be symmetrical. That's uncanny valley. If your face is symmetrical, it doesn't look right. No, I think there are very few people whose faces are exactly symmetrical. You can do the thing where you do like the line down the middle and then mirror it, and honestly it just looks weird. I mean, if my face was symmetrical, I'd like definitely do something with like my hair, like I've got it not parted in the middle and all that. And now she's joining you two on a holiday? How did any of that happen? We watched All Questions all together last night. Pearl likes them a lot as well. You don't exactly sound thrilled. Fortunately, she also likes space travel operas. Ah, I see. Learning couple compromises the hard way. I suppose so. Well, I'm glad to hear that she's met Amanda and they got along. Does that mean she also knows where you're from, Silver? She does. In fact, I told her about that on our first date. Excellent. Honesty is always very refreshing. Wow, that's very brave. It's hard to put yourself out there under any circumstances. To reveal something so vulnerable to someone you've just met and are starting to like, it takes guts. You're very kind, but I don't think so. Same. It's like, I overshare all the time. It doesn't mean I'm being vulnerable, it just means I'm being probably inappropriate. To be honest, I hadn't planned it that way, although I have always felt safe here with all the regulars. I know that not everyone would be open-minded about me, and so I wasn't sure I'd say anything to Pearl that night. But as we were talking, I was so happy to learn more about her, about who she is. I realised I didn't want her to have an incomplete picture of me. My past is a part of me. My goal is to find someone who sees me for who I am. Then she needs to know about that too. And in the end, that was the right decision. I'm very happy for you. Well, I will say that she'd heard your story and that changed how she viewed you, and she wouldn't have been worth your time anyway. That's fair. But still, even knowing that, I admire you a lot. The truth is, and this is a little bit of a strange thing to say, but I think I'm proud of who I've become. And I want the people I love to be proud of me too. What is proud? Proud is, For yourself, I think it's when you start to be satisfied with what you're achieving, especially have to fight to get there. And for others, it's when you think of someone you care about, consider who they are and the way they're acting, and it just fills you with joy. Ah, we see. Then we are definitely proud of you. You two are a really sweet family. And so are you and Miss Lua, Mr. Beelys? Huh, true, chosen families can also rock. Yes, when we met Pearl, we came to a conclusion. There is no difference in nature or expression between a family that you are born with and a family that you acquire by choice. Both demand work and understanding. There may be a minute differences in the specific process, but the bond appears to be 99.999% similar in the end. So it is. That is very true. Found family. And found family sometimes is awesomer because, well, you found each other. And other reasons that I don't want to get into on stream. But hey. Well, we should probably get going. Yes, we must. Go pack. First time I see someone get excited about that specific part. What Amanda really means is that I must pack, while she analyses the earthling ritual of folding shirts, rolling up socks, and so on. Precisely, this is further information for our research. We are thrilled. Good luck, Silver. Indeed. Do enjoy your trip, both of you. I hope you'll tell us all about it when you're back, Silver. I will. Good night to you two, then. Hasta la vista, strangers. Huh? All questions. Bye to you too. There's never a dull moment in your cafe, Joe. I try. Speaking of which, would you like to hold some party or after party for your wedding here? I know it's not a very large space, but perhaps... Whether we'd like it, we'd love it. Honestly, I didn't want to impose, but there's no place that could be a better fit. And I don't mind that it's not very large. It's going to be a small, cosy wedding. So this is perfect. At Settled then? Lua's going to be over the moon when I tell her. In fact, I'm going to go tell her now. That's a very exciting prospect. It really is. Cool, so we get a wedding. I did suggest that they have the wedding here, like last stream. Thanks again, Joe. You're like a guardian angel for us. Haha, I'm guardian angel. Woohoo! And on that note, I'm off. Good night. Because my name's Angel. Oh. Like a guardian hive mind? Okay, really, really, really strong with the actually coming out and saying that we're totally one of those spacesuit aliens that has adapted. We're human. On this side of the screen. But yeah, we seem to be gaining stuff on our shelves. That teddy bear is new. I think like a box of crackers or something. This is the beauty of having stream stuff, is you can go back and have a look at the shelves from the first stream and see. Good night, Mr. Beelies. Cafe latte! If it was spelt with an A, then it would be one of my favourite TikToks. Saturday, September 30th, 2023. Yes, which was 2 weeks ago. ZXX20 virus vaccine booster ready for distribution. Nekomimi driver crushes truck filled with catnip. Suspected DUI. UFO previously spotted by Space Guardian fighters. A very determined hot air balloon. Okay, so... Saturday. Taking an easy day, because self-care is important. Don't forget to take a good rest once in a while too. I should do that. I told my wife that she needed to embrace her mistakes. She gave me a hug. God, I love a good dad joke. Let's see what weird whispers are on tonight. Whatever souls are made of. Didn't expect to see him here, the coffee shop around the corner of this busy city, my safe place. I thought after the breakup this place would be another memory he locked up and kept in the closet, never to be visited again. He hadn't seen me yet. Good. I convinced myself I didn't need another emotional roller coaster after today's load of work. All I wanted was a cup of coffee, finish my work, then maybe read a chapter of my old copy of Wuthering Heights. Should I go somewhere else? No. This coffee shop's my place. I was the one who introduced this place to him. It should be him who leaves this place. I mean, he was the one who left our relationship. Pretty sure leaving is his thing. Meh, screw it. What I need is the bitterness of coffee, not a broken love story. Oh, my favourite customer. What kind of flavour shall I offer you this lovely evening, ma'am? A cup of cappuccino with less of the weird-ass flirting, please. Lyra sported her signature cheeky smile. Her fingers danced on the cashier's keyboard while she logged up my order. Salty today, are we? And here I thought my weird-ass flirting is the reason you keep coming here. Always with a cheerful attitude. She was actually one of the reasons I kept coming back. Never let that slip, though. I'd never hear the end of it. The pretty barista was dozing the coffee as she studied me and my restless face. Hey, are you meeting him? He's been here for a while, you know. I watched her tamping the portafilter as I collected myself after that question. I'm not. I didn't even know he'd be here. We don't talk much nowadays. Do you want me to kick him out? I have the power to do so if you want. That's fine, but I could use more of this supportive Lyra in the future. Keep this attitude for me from now on, okay? My banter felt thin, nervous, maybe, but why would I be? We're over. End of story. Well, good luck, little girl, Lyra imparted me her sincere smile as I left the counter to go to my table. I sipped my cappuccino as I switched my gaze between a laptop and the shop's decor. Wuthering Heights laid there, my bookmark sticking out near the book's spine. You remember? He read this book in one night so we could talk about it with you. A thought came dancing unannounced. After a while, he finally made his move as he approached my table. Can I? He asked, his hand on the chair in front of me. I stared at his eyes for 2 seconds before I answered with a shrug. So, how are you? He began, letting a silence pass beforehand. Better than before, busy as ever. My eyes laser focused on my screen. Do not look at him, do not look at him. That's so you. Well, sorry for trying to survive in this world. Pretty sure he's taken aback by my cold retort. Duh, I didn't need to see him now. Go away! Sorry to come here to your safe place. Just wanted to check on you. Just wanted to see you're okay. Of course he knew this was my safe place. I was always an open book to him. Always had been. Well, I'm as good as any broken-hearted office lady could be, so job's done. Well done, pretty boy. Shit. Old habit came back to me. You're still angry with me. It wasn't a question. Full point sentence observation. You know what? I was, but shit happens, and maybe it's just not meant to be, and that's that. I could live my life fine without you before, and I can certainly live my life now. Another wave of silence. We stared at each other. Sorry, work. Something else came up demanding to be taken care of. I steeled myself and gave him my best cold stare. I wasn't going to show him how broken he had made me. This girl was ready to take on the world, and a sad love story would not be her downfall. I think we were meant to just not meant to last. I was pretty good at reading his emotions by his eyes alone. Those eyes used to mean the world to me anyway, and yet they're strangers' eyes now. Your pretty words, boy. I felt so messy. What was I supposed to say to all of that? Wasn't sure. Was I angry? Should I yell at him and storm out? Was I sad? Oh, crap. Was I hoping that this could be a chance to reopen that already closed chapter? I wasn't sure. This just felt like a mess. He looked at my copy of Wuthering Heights. Whatever our souls are made of, yours and mine are made of the same. Maybe we should have known that isn't a good thing, just like how that book goes. I couldn't help but give him a smile, albeit not a happy one. Of course, a part of me wished that this could be a chance to rebuild the burnt bridges. Wouldn't it be nice to have him back in my apartment like we used to? There's still a part of the world we haven't visited together, isn't there? Well, the story's finished. No use thinking about it now it's over. That's what you wanted, right? He said that and sat there silent, his stranger's eyes on me. Just because our story ended doesn't mean you were not the best thing that happened to me, you know. Of course I know that, I replied, trying to be as coy as I could. One wrong word and I just knew my tear ducts couldn't hold it anymore. What's with this messed up situation? Did we think this would happen when we promised to be with each other? Whatever our souls are made of, his and mine were made the same. We promised never to haunt each other, didn't we? I have no idea what's going on with these stories. They're weird. I'm sorry. They're not resonating massively with me. Hello, Miss Aqua. Hi, Joe. How are you? How's your game going? I want to hear all about it. Good, as usual. How about you? Honestly, lots of things have happened. Can I order something first, though? Of course. What would you like? Can you make me a cup of chai? Sure. Masala chai. Chai. Masala chai. Really have it. Sore neck. Cup of masala chai for the lady with eclectic tastes. Thank you, it's delicious. You're welcome. So, you are seeing? Oh, right. It's just I've been busy working on my game. Ah, I see. How's it going? It's pretty difficult, but I'll manage. I'm glad to hear that. How's that contract you talked about the other day going? Oh, that. I rejected it, of course. There's no saving it, really, which is a shame. I truly liked their games, but with all the shady requirements they had, I could tell they looked down on us small developers. And the scary thing is, if I hadn't known what I know now, just because they were a publisher I loved a lot, I would have overlooked all that. That's understandable, though. You trusted them not to take advantage of you. It has to be fair for both of us, right? Because at the end of the day, it's business. But I don't know. Yeah. Actually, I tried negotiating with them, because I wondered if they still had any good faith left. Don't tell Myrtle, okay? Ha, okay. But as I expected, it really didn't go anywhere. Instead, they insisted they're doing me a favour since I'm just a small developer, and I wasn't thinking rationally or in business terms. Oof. Doesn't sound like good faith to me. Right? Considering the unfair conditions they're expecting me to accept, they could have at least been polite about it. I doubt they care, though. Yeah. That aside, Myrtle's coming here soon. Great. So you two made up already? Yeah. Huh? We apologised to each other. Nice. I know I was probably being a little confusing. I didn't explain the context I applied to the situation very well, but she made it clear she understood why I was anxious. She apologised for assuming. That really helped. Now she's helping me speed up development. I'm happy to hear that. Hey, we got Aqua. Okay. Fundamental Conflict, which is the game that Myrtle worked on. We had a duplicate on the blue sheet when we did. Dreaming Blue. It's fine. Hey. Hi, Myrtle. We were just talking about you. Okay. Nothing too terrible, I hope. Don't worry, only the good stuff. Huh. Anyway, sorry, Joe. I won't be ordering today. Why? We don't have time. We're going to the expo sale, right? Oh, you're right. Expo sale? I found some new parts for my PC. It's been a bit slow lately. Ha! I love it. She's joking. It's pretty much in its death throes. We're building you a whole new setup. But if you just want parts, I can always give you mine. But at this point, I'm not sure to be any help at all, to be honest with you. Yeah. No, you're right. It's time to move forward with the productivity. I've been putting off upgrading things for a while now, so it really is time for a better setup. That's the spirit. You go big or go home. Sorry, Joe. Seems like we have to go now. Thanks for the drink. I'll see you later. Yeah, take care. Safe trip and good luck. Let's see. I guess I'll grab today's checklist, huh? Drink. And Gala. Well, hello, gentlemen. Hey, Joe. Joe. Nice seeing you here, Hendley. How goes it? Good, good, good. I see you're doing good too, as usual. What do you want to drink, Henry? It's on me. No, that won't do. Well, let's talk about bills later. So then what will it be? You first. You sure? Okie dokie. Have one STMJ, please. What an STMJ is. Milk. Ginger. We'll see. STMJ. Cool. Egg on it. It's fine. One STMG coming up. Oh yeah, I had to give Riona's card to the police guy when he comes in. About the whole car thing, I think. Or the legend of the tree. It smells so nice. Spot on, thanks, Joe. You're very welcome. How about you, sir? Oh, it's my turn. Something with ginger, please. Anything else with that? Well, what would you recommend? Anything from your new tea line is fine. Oh, I see you have a new selection. Yes, we've got blue pea and hibiscus tea available. Hibiscus, huh? You should try Jahe Rosella. It's pretty good for this kind of weather. Sounds familiar? It's ginger, steeped with roselle buds, other name for hibiscus. Anything else in it? Well, it's a bit sweet. Interesting. I'll try it then. A Jahe Rosella. Excuse my horrible pronunciation. So, ginger and honey? Oh, hurts now. God, all my freaking muscles ache today. Ugh. Hey, Jesse. No excuses. What? Oh, I'm not excusing anything. I am complaining that my muscles ache. There's context, not an excuse. How are you doing, Jesse? Maybe. Oh, the pronunciation. Oh, fine. Okay, so that's what you were talking about. Right. No. That. Right. Okay. Sorry, that was a little bit ago. I think we got a tiny bit of a delay. That's why I was like, what am I excusing? Oh, no. I don't know how to. I don't know what languages it is, so I've got no context. I think it's like one of the Baltic ones, but yeah. Hopefully this is right. Taja, Rosalie. Oh yes, invitation. Hang on, we've got an invitation for the wedding. What's this? Oh, it's Billy and Luau's wedding invitation. Really? For Hyde? Oh, the date is really soon. Could you pass it along to him since I'm not sure when I'll be here? Okay, sure. Thank you. Piping cup of Teja Rosella for you. Thanks. What do you think, Henry? Does it look any good? Uh-oh. It looks about right. It smells good too. Try it. Yep, it's good. Glad I passed your impromptu test. So, what's been going on? Did I miss anything? Something happened, didn't it? You can say that. I think the officer's coming too, by the way. Alright. As for me, I'm just glad my fury is over. I said it right this time. Are you okay though? Fine, as you can see. How are you managing, Henry? Just slid in. Alright. Did you get your checkup? I did. Your marching band got cancelled? Oh no! Does that mean you don't have any plans today and you can watch the cozy coffee stream? Rachel pestered me to get it done all week, so I had to do it. Good. There's no doubt I need to slow down. I can feel it in my bones. Can feel it in my fingers. I feel it in my toes. As love is all around us, as all the feeling grows. random singing burst. Yeah. Till you figure out lunch. Cool. I had a bacon sandwich, if that helps you figure anything out. Time is a harsh mistress, as they say. Ain't that the truth? But I don't think you get to complain, though. Why not? You know, my body isn't what it used to be anymore. Oh? I mean, compared to my prime, 50 years ago. I'm kidding. Truth is, my body doesn't hold up well when I'm transforming anymore. Oh, is that so? Yeah. Soreness doesn't go away as quick as it used to. It's harder to get up in the morning after all that. Like today. Huh, I know the feeling all too well. Especially in this kind of weather. No? It's like my body knows if a storm's going to get worse. No weather forecast can match the accuracy of my joints. Huh. Huh? Well, lucky for you, ginger's great for sore muscles. Yeah. Hey, Georgie. He's tiny compared to everybody else. Hey, folks. The man of the hour. Hi, Georgie. Joe, what did I miss? Some very important weather talk. Is that so? Sounds like I missed a ton then. How are ya? How am I? You're talking about my case? Well, I don't even know where to begin. Endry, you know nothing about what I'm about to say, right? No, what are we talking about? Joe, you should have primed him before I got here. My bad? In my defence, I didn't know you were coming until Mr. Gala mentioned it, and that was like 3 minutes ago. Excuses, excuses. I'll explain it to Henry. In short, there's been a string of car vandalisms nearby. So he's trying to figure out if the tree being gone is anything to do with the case. And that's where we are now. Yep, that's about it. That's a lot to take in. Anything new happened since? Well, I tried summit. I set a few candles where the tree was. I used my lighter and things happened. You need to elaborate. Backing up a bit. Feels like there's a lot of context missing here. Well, I'm warning you. Everything I'm about to tell you is real. It'll sound a little crazy, but no, I haven't lost it yet. Got it? Loud and clear. I told you about my lighter a while ago. How it might be connected to the fairy market we talked about before. Really? In what way? The lighter was my grandpop's. There's a chance he brought it from there. Excuse me. Ah, interesting. Yeah, what a coincidence, hey? Anyways, my daughter likes this sort of mystery stuff, right? After talking to her about what's been going on, she believed my lighter was the key to making sense of all this. It gave me some pointers. So? No worries, Mr. Corners. Have a marvellous day yourself. And keep safe. I've got the hiccups now to go with the yawning. My body hates me. My body hates me. To be fair, a lot of the time I hate my body, so... I went back there last night to the spot, you know, where this tree used to be. Lit a few candles there and put the lighter right in the middle of it all. I'll be honest, it was as spooky as heck. The air was still, and I felt tension in my head. Wasn't sure if it was just me being creeped out or something going on. Whatever it was, I thought I should leave it alone. So I followed my gut and got the heck out of there. I have no idea what that feels like, Jessie. Then what happened? It blew up. What? Do you mean what? Lighter, it just blew up. Do you mean blew up? Yes, I think we definitely need some context here. I didn't see it because I was walking towards my car, you see, but I heard it. Though, a little whoosh, followed by a couple of clink clinks. So, kind of sound is that? You know, something small and metallic blew up. Wouldn't bang work better? No, that's a shot. Wouldn't want to confuse you all with that. But Thor is, what is that? You know, Thor. And then what happened next? Right, okay. Then I immediately looked back to see it had fallen over with its lid open. The flame, it was burning white. Wow. Ain't gonna lie to you all, I freaked the frick out. But before I could do anything, two small figures emerged from around the corner walking towards the lighter. Did they see you? Yeah, they did. They inspected my lighter while I was just standing there. Then they asked me straight up, "Is this lighter yours, guy?" I said, "Yeah." And I fired a question back. "Are you the ones that have been messing with the cars around here lately?" And they said yes. Welp, sounds like case closed. So they weren't ghosts? No, thank God for that. Then who are they? Let's just say they were close friends of the deceased. They're part of the fairy folk, but I didn't expect them all. Didn't expect... Do you know them? Kinda. In fact, they own the Gnome Noms near my place. Oh, wow. Did they know it was your car then? Nope, because I only order takeout, and I usually walk there. What's the reason for all the vandalism then? It all started because of a broken promise, and we have to start way back for that. You remember why the tree was there in the first place, right? Yeah. The tragic hit and run. At the time, the court ruling practically left the driver off the hook outside the DUI charge, while it sparked a huge protest. Good. In response to it, the mayor at the time gave his word to the victim's family. He promised to keep the tree as a landmark for the community. The vow was kept well after his tenure was over, but he died a few years ago, and we all know recently what happened to the tree. I see. So it was their attempt to keep the memory alive. Not just for their friend, but as remembrance of the injustice as well. And after all the urban renewals the city's gone through, makes sense if the community that used to be there is gone by now. That's right. There used to be a lot of veteran housing and low-rise apartments in the area. Now it's filled with never-ending projects. You okay? Oh, yeah. Sorry. There's something about it bothers me a bit. Like what? Their unique disposition after they pass. It bothers me that their own memories are insufficient to ensure their existence. By failing to remember, we, the outside party, will also gradually lose track of their existence. It just doesn't feel right to me. I get what you mean. An odd erasure of existence. These days too. But apparently that's why they keep animals. The gnome noms. Owners told me they have a large mastiff living in their place. Others even take care of multiple animals at once. Interesting. Suppose that's why some prefer living near the wilderness. But animals don't live long either. Right. But the erasure starts happening if they're completely forgotten, right? Something like that, I guess. I'm not sure. Right, okay. But doesn't that normally happen anyway? How do we pay respects or remember someone who died a long time ago? Like our ancestors, for example. It's our call, isn't it? Every April, Rachel and I would visit my wife's grave. We used to visit her grandparents' graves too when my wife was still alive. If our extended family was visiting, they'd join us. We'd clean their gravestones, bring food, and have a feast while catching up. It's how Nekomimis honour the dead, and I'm sure other cultures have their own ways too. Right. I truly think continuing the tradition is something we do for ourselves, though. To remember the deceased and all the reasons they mattered to us. So, except for the weird always memory part, sounds on par to me. Right, I just need a short break. So, save. We're going to have a short pause. Feel free to grab a drink or a snack or have a stretch or whatever you need. Back in a couple of minutes. And I'm back. Resume game. I was on par. Okay. It's the effort of the living to remember the dead anyway. You're right. Unless you believe in life after death, memories are for us, not for the dead. Exactly. It'd be great if we could all remember and help each other, because keeping track of any sort of history is a team effort. It really is. Since the best way to gain wisdom is to learn from the past, whether it's bad or good. Yeah. Speaking of the gnome owners, though, what happened to them after all that? Oh, right. Did you arrest them? No. Huh? You gonna let them off? Not necessarily, but I've got an idea on what I have to do. Right now, I'm just happy there's no ghosts involved. Still, it was truly something else. Yeah, what a night it must have been. It is what it is. Do you want a drink there, Georgie? What's up, big guy? Something on your mind? No, nothing. Shame about that lighter of yours, though. Oh yeah, it's probably busted, right? That's the thing. It works just fine, not even a scratch. Really? But the thing, it blew up, didn't it? Like a pthon. We even debated the sound effects and everything. As I said, it still works fine, so I don't know what else to tell you. I see. You want to know what I think? No. It's haunted. No, it's not. The thing is definitely haunted. What are you talking about? The white flame's a bit unnatural, I agree. Now remember how you kept forgetting your lighter here. Hey now. A man's allowed to forget stuff as he gets older, no? As for the blowing up. It's probably a well-timed bad chemical reaction or something. This thing is real old after all. If that's the case, you might want to stop carrying it around. At any rate, I believe you now, officer. There's no such thing as coincidence, indeed. I still think it's a ghost, though. Shut it, Henry. Shh. In any case, mystery solved. For now, at least. Oh, Henry's ringing. Huh? Oh no, I think I have to go now. I didn't realise I missed multiple messages earlier because I was so engrossed in your story. Sorry to rush off. I'll see you all again next time. Sure, safe trip. Nice seeing you, Henry. Henry, take care. Let me move over there. You know, all that talking made me thirsty. You want anything? I'm good. Then one espresso for me, please. It's not good for you. I've got the contact card I need to give you there. Georgie. Funny cut movies, non-dairy cakes, dislikes ghosts, trying to be a good father. Did we not get one for Henry? We've still got Lucas, Rihanna, and Rachel, the full thingamajiggy. What is it? It's Miss Riona's number. She asked me to give it to you. She said she can help you find someone if you need it. What if you need any information from her? I see. Well, I'm sure it'll come in handy, thank you. Here's your espresso, officer. Thanks. Great as always. So, what's next, officer? What's your plan after? Other than talking to him? I guess I'll focus on the rumours. Word is going round that cars are being messed up there. That's kind of expected though, isn't it? There's no point in adding to citizens' worries when the case is pretty much over, and I don't want bad press to paint over the area's history. You're right. There's nothing like rumours. Without being stopped, they'll just spiral out of control. I have a question for you though. Which do you prefer, wild rumours or bad press? That's a tough one. There's no limit to what wild rumours can become, or how far they'll go, but the press can shape a story reported and many will believe it as truth. Both are worrying in their own ways. Fair point, but what if we combine them? Rumour, truth, and press. I somehow combine them, and I think I have a plan. Crazy one, but a plan nonetheless. Maybe y'all can add to it. Oh? Sure. It'll take a while to explain that. Well, I'll be here all night. I got time. Alright then. Brace yourselves, folks. It's going to be a doozy. Okay. Sunday, October 1st. Actually, no, it's Saturday, October 14th, but, you know, we're trying. Vegan food on the rise, gnome diet popular amongst young adults, box office movie high weapon hits astonishing $2 billion worldwide. What Generation Z really wants an independent study. Dominic Jill. Okay, today's delivery cut-off time. We had a break in the office and just played board games for hours. It was fun. Yay. I got Myrtleish dead, sneakily taking my super serious gaming face while playing Super Brawl's pals. Aww, she's so cute. And just busy. See you tomorrow. Just saying hi. See what weird story we've got today. Gala tea, that is an actual tea drink. She was supposed to be just a character in my stories. Everything about her was supposed to be in my control. How she fell in love on the rooftop of our apartment, the way she danced on the Magpie Bridge, the Ferris wheel, all of her was the result of my creative decision. She was just strings of words formed into stories written by the tip of my pen, my creation. And her creator wasn't supposed to fall in love with this creation. It, along with the ink, spilled into words on her note. Hang on. For some reason I assumed this was a woman writing this. Yeah, I made an assumption. Obviously, because, you know, women are really good writers. Maybe... because it's all by the same person, but... I swear this has been, like, alternating between genders then. Anyway, it doesn't really matter at all. Just his creation there is gendering my creation. Anyway. Yet, along with the ink spilled into the words on my notes, her presence has become more and more vivid in my world. The jet black waterfall of her hair, her eyes, a colour that'd make autumn jealous, framed perfectly by her round amber spec glasses. The cupid's bow of her smile and the angelic tunes that came out of those lips. The constellation of her neckline, her shape. She stepped into my reality further and further with each word scribbled on my papers. Some silent nights I swear she was there in my office, whispering into my ear how she'd like to be portrayed. She'd guide me to write her stories, correcting my choice of words, saying that she'd never say that to her love. Truthfully, I got jealous of her lover many times and was heartbroken when she told him how much she loved him on the Ferris wheel. I hoped I could be there when they got down the gondola so that I could punch the guy in the face. I felt like I went half crazy trying to give her a perfect ending, and then the other half crazy for loving her to begin with. She even claimed a name for herself, Galatea. Tonight, as I finished brewing my Earl Grey tea, my warm writing companion, I found my notebook opened. I hadn't started preparing for the writing session, and I'm sure I hadn't opened my notebook, let alone written anything in it. And yet it was there, handwriting not my own, neatly penned under my unfinished draft. Meet me between the spaces of your paragraphs. There's enough room for us to dance between your words. Meet me in your stories, you and I. Make this story your own, our own. Meet me in this world you've created for me. Come find me, Pygmalion, my creator, my love. Ah, so it's possibly because there was a whole Ferris wheel thing. So sometimes it's the character, sometimes it's the author. Cool. Okay. We got to do. Rachel! Joe! Miss Rachel? Oops. Sorry, I'm just really excited. I've done it, Joe. Congratulations. Done what? The music I'm making with AJ. I told you about it last time. Well, hey, we've got the wedding invitation on the shelf now. That's new. Maybe it's like things we solve go on the shelf, though God knows what the teddy bear is. Like achievements for the thing or something. I told you about it last time, remember? Oh yeah, you did. I brought it with me. Check it out, will you? Really? Okay. Are you sure we can play it? What about NDs and stuff? Come on, you silly. We're the only ones in here anyway. It'll be fine. Okay, shh, everyone close their ears. I mean, the direction's already changed a lot, so... Oh, never mind that. Let's just play it, quick. Sweetheart latte. Anime and liqueur. I mean, it's non-music. It's non-lyrical. So it's like, it's good. What do you think? I was inspired by the drink you gave. Sweetheart latte, wasn't it? That's right. You compose the melodies. With Army, yeah. So like, I know with a name like Sweetheart Latte, you'd expect something a little more fun sounding, right? But hearing how you made the drink reminded me of something. Like a new love's beginning, or thinking about, like, your crush. The soundness of anxiety and the sweetness of a promise. There are a lot of steps to keep the delicate balance going until you get to the point where you decide to confess. I think I see where you're going with us. Yeah, just like the drink, right? Needs the perfect balance of ingredients and temperature to mix properly, doesn't it? Or it would curdle, yes. Huh. That's a really interesting take on the name. There's just one thing I'm wondering about. What is it? If this is supposed to be a new single, wouldn't everyone expect to hear your voice? I know, but I'm planning something. You'll see. How are you, by the way, Joe? Just fine, business as usual. Wait, I almost forgot. Did Dad come in last night? Hendry, yes he did. It was meeting up with Mr. Gala, actually. Okay, that's good to know. Why'd you ask? He didn't reply to my text last night, so I wonder what he was doing. Ah, I see. Do you two not see each other often? What do you mean? I just saw him this morning. We still live under the same roof, after all. What a surprise. I thought you'd have been ready to move out by the time you turned 21. Well, you're not wrong in thinking that. But Dad's getting older, you know. He's becoming forgetful too, so I'm a little bit worried. Understandable. Besides, we don't really have anyone else, you know. None of our extended family even lives in the States. So as much as he's been a nag my whole life, I feel like I should watch over him for now. Right. Hello, welcome. Good evening to you, Mr. Rona. Hey, Rhiannon. Fancy meeting you here. Huh? She doesn't look happy. Hello? How are you? Sorry, just a second. Alright. Huh. Is she alright? I'm not sure. Oh, well, I'll just get a drink first. Right, what would you like? Have a cup of milk, please. Okay, we will literally give you milk. Don't have any items now. Here you go, a cup of warm milk. Thank you. Because she's a cat. What's up? Oh, nothing. Just remembered something. But it's nothing special, so don't worry about it. There's still that mysterious cat that came in that we never figured out who that was. Miss, you alright? No. I think I'm sad. What's wrong? That's right, Rihanna, what's wrong? No, don't cry. I mean, it's okay to cry. Crying is perfectly acceptable. Just also tell us what's going on. I've been doing a lot of thinking. About what? About my situation. Have you ever felt something like something you've been doing your whole life? Might be a mistake. All the time. Ah, what makes you think that, miss? My apologies, I did not mean to be so dramatic. Would you two mind listening to my scattered thoughts? Of course, let it all out. Miss Rachel is right, feel free. After listening to the experiences you and Mr. Lucas had, along with my conversations with Joe and the regulars of this coffee shop, I have gradually realised over the past week that I'm severely lacking in awareness about many things. Huh? And what makes it more troubling is it's likely that my ignorance was on purpose. Ignorance on purpose? What do you mean? I must reach on. The position you hold today is a result of your efforts and tenacity. You honed your talent, but you did not shy from taking risks in order to succeed. Your knowledge of the industry has enabled you to successfully navigate it, and I greatly respect your ability to do so. Mr. Lucas also, although I do not fully understand his content, he is successful enough that people earn a living through his work. I am aware that must require a great deal of courage and flexibility. To put it simply, I feel ashamed of myself, as I may have become too comfortable with the status quo, to the point that I no longer strive to improve my situation. Are you really though? I mean, you've been trying your best, right? I'm trying, yes. But have I been trying my best? That's debatable. And about my intentional ignorance, I'm simply afraid. Afraid? I understand I only have a small chance of being selected for a role in a play. I really do. I understand it's due to my lack of network and the industry's expectations, along with my lack of higher education, and for the simple fact of what I am. I'm truly fine with all of that, I really am. Because all of it is a pain I'm already familiar with. And perhaps somewhere in the deepest depths of my heart, I'm having to face unfamiliar rejections again, having to get used to new pain all over again. Just might be. Might be difficult. Yes? I apologise for all this ruckus, I didn't mean to. Miss Fiona, would you please allow me to make you a drink? That's on the house. But Joe insists, right? Right. What was the pie you ate the other day? The blueberry hibiscus mint pie? Did you like it? I did. Quite a lot, actually. Then I'll make something special just for you. Could you tell me its flavour profile? Give me a minute. The blueberry was very sweet and fresh, the crust was buttery. The flavour was enhanced by the tartness of hibiscus and the herbal coolness of mint. It was a very sweet blueberry pie with hibiscus and mint. So hibiscus, something sweet, and mint. Aww, he's so cute. Pie in a cup coming up. Joe, that's so extra. Kind of is, isn't it? Right, Joe. Yay! So, oh, we got Ariana. Wagner, Puccini, Vivaldi, Mozart. So we just need another Lucas, and then we'll be all friends with everybody. It kind of is, isn't it? But it's so pretty. Thank you. It really is. Well done, Joe. But are you really serving a warm pie filling to your customer? It's not a pie filling. I simply make fruit cordials with honey. And I just happen to have the blueberry one on hand. Sure. It's not a pie filling, trust me. It's not. It's nice. Thank you. You're very welcome. Sounds nice. My peach cobbler tea is one of my favourites because it is very, you know, warming. My one today is rhubarb, which I do like. could have brewed it for a little bit longer, but I was trying not to miss too much at the start of the stream. I need my Fitbit. Over the other side of the room. It's fine. Okay. What's on your mind? Right now, I'm rethinking my true motivation for doing all this. Driving force behind everything I've done up to this point. What's it? Huh? Your driving force before you started questioning it. I wish to break free from the shackles of prejudice, whether it's society's or my own. Not only for myself, but also for my kind. I see. So it doesn't have to be opera, right? Pardon? Reaching that goal can be done in a lot of ways. Like politics. You're not wrong, but... It was just an example, jeez. But I bet being an entertainer is probably the fastest way to burn people over. But that's not what you want to do, is it? My heart trembles for the opera. That is why I wish to pursue it, as long as I'm able. However, I believe it is also time for me to consider expanding my horizons. Oh? I simply do not wish to be trapped in my own fear forever. Although I do regret that my one-track-minded efforts may have been in vain. I don't think everything you've done so far is in vain, though. I always believe in sincere efforts. But never mind that, what are you going to do more? Why, I'm not sure. I already rejected Mr. Lucas's offer. Lucas? He's an influencer that's been coming in here recently. Why does that name ring a bell? Hey, you know him? Closely, but I think we follow each other on Tomach Hill. It's even the same Lucas, I mean. What's the offer for? I was offered a spot on his new show. While he's still unsure of the format, his aim is to elevate underrated talents, to showcase and interview them in order to bring their work to the forefront. I see. So, what if you rejected his offer? Call him. I'll text him, tell him you changed your mind. It's the worst that could happen. People are allowed to change their minds. If he rejects you, well then that's his loss, isn't it? I'm not sure it'd be his loss necessarily. Shh! Just do it! Text him! Yeah. Okay. He responded. What did he say? He told me to stay here, because he's coming here soon. Huh? Does he live, like nearby or something? No, not really. But it seems he had some things to do around here. I see, what a great coincidence. That means you can clear things up in person? You're right. Thank you for giving me the courage, Miss Rachel. Just call me Rachel, will you? Alright. Though I regret my one-track mindset, I cannot say it is entirely detrimental to my life, as it is a habit formed during my time living in the commune. Commune? We banshees used to congregate together in order to protect ourselves from the outside world. Each of us tended to have a specific role in the commune, and we would all work together as one, like gears in a machine. Interesting. I didn't know that. But you left the commune, right? Yes. Was it difficult? No, because we're not a cult. Sorry, I didn't mean it that way. It's okay. The commune is simply a defense mechanism from the distant past. So the reason we don't see a lot of banshees around is because many still choose to remain in the commune? Right. The world still isn't kind to us. However, we are aware that eventually we must reopen ourselves to the outside world. It was for that reason I learned to drive. You seem to be fond of driving. I am. It's like having a mobile fortress, which is why I find driving calming. Even in traffic? Well, mobile fortress, huh? Never thought of cars that way, but that's interesting. When you said everyone has a specific role, what do you mean by that? Sorry, I'm just curious. You don't have to answer if you don't want to. Well, we don't have a Banshee culture centre anywhere. Time to start one then? Perhaps it's best if I use a specific example, such as my mother's role. Her role is to trade. In the event that we need to increase our supply, sell our products, or are simply in need of some negotiating, it's my mother who will do the job. She must travel to the nearest city or town in order to exchange goods. She's our representative when other communities need to discuss things with us. Right? Everyone's work has equal weight. One is in charge of food and drink, another is in charge of all our laundry. Everyone has a responsibility to set schedules and organise the collection of goods. So, does each role only have one bearer at a time? No, sometimes there are two or more depending on the power needed. It's all about balance. I see, interesting. Does your mum still fulfill her role to this day? Yes. Although, there are times when I wish she would retire. Why? She's doing a good job with it. But the role truly changed her. Oh, she had to endure years of animosity. She had to negotiate everyone's way out of trouble, or simply defend the commune. That's such a heavy burden. It is, but she refuses to accept any help offered to her. Why? Because it's become her identity, I think. Oh, you're here. Yeah. Hi, lady. I was starting to wonder when you were going to say something. I'd introduce myself, but I want to hear Riona's story. Just be polite and waiting for her to sort of finish-ish. Fine by me. It is as Mr. Lucas said. I thought we were already past that formal stuff. Am I wrong? Well, you still call her lady? But she is... Shh, the lady's speaking. Whoops, okay, sorry. It is as Lucas said. Our discussion the other day led to the same conclusion for me as well. My mother's protective instincts turned into an angry sense of pride. Ooh. So while she performs her role really well, her anger often gets the best of her. Things are way calmer for our commune now, so I'm thankful for that. But unfortunately, the damage has already been done. Right. That's when I understood why she was angry too. If your mum's dealt with haters all her life, and you were pretty much in the front seat for all of that, oof, tough. I guess in can relate in some ways. The Nekomimi culture is also quite strict, although nowhere near as rigid as yours. We're heavily stereotyped as being very mid. Mid? Like mediocre in all ways aside from being pretty and cute. Although, don't get me wrong, I am cute. But it makes me wonder, you know, how much of our survival instincts turned into bad stereotypes. Things have changed so much for everyone. Which means we should have moved on from terrible prejudices decades ago, right? Why are so many stuck with outdated and bad perceptions? Actually, that's exactly why. Life's complicated and change is hard. Learning and unlearning stuff takes time and mental energy, right? And there are billions of living beings in this world. That's why many folks choose to reduce their worlds to a size they can handle, all based on their priorities, of course. I mean, it's no different from how everyone chooses content to consume. Yeah, and sadly, different culture is probably one of the last things on most beings' minds. Unless you really have a vested interest in it, then it's a different story. That makes sense. We all need to survive, I understand that. However, I feel some things just shouldn't be excused. Things we do, the principles we hold. All of it has an impact on others, in one way or another. Right. Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, by the way, did Pops contact you, lady? You know, about the tree. Oh, he did, but... What tree? It's a long story. Sure, keep your smelly secrets. No, this is perfect. You should listen too. The more exposure this gets, the better. Oh, so you're going to tell me? From the very beginning. But before I forget, lady, did you have something to say to me? Since you texted me and all. Oh, yeah. Go on, Rhea, say it. So, about your show. Yeah, you're in, right? Are you still unsure about the format? Well, I'm still trying to put it all in order on paper, so, kinda? Like, I know I want to do a podcast, a deep dive, and a showcase, but I'm still trying to figure out a great way to fit them all in nicely. Once I'm done, I'll let you know for sure. What are you planning to show, anyway? How do you think it'll help the guests? Ooh, curious, aren't we? Basically, I want to cover stuff that's interesting and underrated from around the city. And beyond, if it takes off, but let's not get ahead of ourselves, shall we? Scratch that, I know it'll take off. Some confidence you have there. Even though you're not even sure what the format will be. Tut, I might not know the exact format yet. But all the elements need to make a good show are locked and loaded already. Really? What are they? Well, there's already so much content out there, right? And you can't deny that today's audience gets bored easily too. If something doesn't appeal to them immediately, they just click away. So, how to keep them engaged and stick with us, you ask? Well, from my experience, you need roughly 5 things down pat to keep a show going. The first one being the format itself, which ironically is the only thing I don't have. Yet. Anyway, proper format's got good consistency. Could be the way the show's cut or how the information flows. It's to build familiarity with the audience and makes things easier for the creator too. That makes sense. Next thing you need is topics. Sure, you can have a main theme for your show, like singing or cooking or anything really. Having a theme is essential, but getting topics flowing is essential. Because even singing will need more than one song, right? Same with cooking, you need to share many techniques, recipes, all that jazz. That's true. Right. Since the goal of the show is to shine a spotlight on all things underrated, figure it just starts small and nearby, but still have the potential to grow. And what's better for that than exploring this city and its inhabitants in depth? Especially since I'm fairly new here and all. Ooh. You get what I'm saying? Can see there are many interesting topics to discuss. Yeah, like locations, events, history. Yes, and many interesting individuals to meet. Definitely. Projects, side projects, plenty of things to cover. Makes sense. What's next? Know your audience. 3. Honestly, in this internet era, you don't need to appeal to everyone. If you do it right, you can target just one type of audience and still get a lot of eyes. Fortunately, I have my base audience already. But since the show will be a completely new format, a lot of them will reject it. Because people do not like change. That's right, but honestly, that's fine. Trying to attract an audience that's more open-minded and can help elevate the stuff we're going to spotlight. Like, say, if we cover musicians, they'll go to their sites or live shows. Some cool neighbourhood project, they'll be able to check it out. Cool coffee shop, they'll be interested in visiting. Wink, wink. Oh. Anyway, you'll know what I mean. Next thing is audio quality. Great visuals and edits, you know the drill. Of course. And the last thing you need for a good show is me. It's 5. And that's clearly why mine's failing, because I only have Lucas in occasional things. Hey, what's with the awkward silence? I mean, personality and smarts. To find info, you need to be resourceful. To relay information well, you need a good personality, right? Well, I'm your guy. Oh, what's so funny? Am I not the perfect guy? Resourceful, huh? Really? Oh, so that's what you're questioning, huh? Just saying. Because didn't you say you're new to the city, so, Oh, I see how it is. But you've really thought this through. I'm kind of impressed. Thank you. Probably won't be anywhere near as big as your talk show, though. I'll tell you that. How is it that your manager's trying to get your old girl band back together? I heard there'll be a talk show or something for it. Oh, really? How'd you hear that? I have my ways. I didn't get the info from shady sources, I promise. Well, okay, I'll give you that, resourceful guy. But the information's outdated already. Oh? Because I won't be in the show. Why? Well, I actually like the idea of a comeback, but if it were to happen, I would want new branding, you know? Like a new us to show we've grown. Ah, I get that, 100%. That's too bad. Why? I think you have a talent for getting people to talk. You're able to read the room with sensitivity. Therefore, I would definitely be interested in watching your talk show program. You think so? Oh, I'm flattered. You're right about that, though. I'm pretty good. But I'd rather express myself through my music, my songs, and my performances. Talking to people is exhausting, you know? Yes, I understand that very well. Then, do you want to be our first guest? Me? Why? I thought you wanted to highlight independent artists. Well, aren't you making a new kind of music lately, Miss Rachel? So you actually have a side project? Well, yeah, but I was kidding about inviting you earlier, but hey, maybe it could work out after all. Help out a new channel, will you? You wish. I'm very busy, Nakamini. But maybe. Who? What is it, Joe? I thought your plan was to have Miss Riona as your first guest. Oh. Well, how about that? Definitely jumping the gun here, but I was kind of hoping you'd be my co-host instead. What? Me? I was going to ask you later, but Joe over here cornered me something first. Oops, sorry. I like the way you explain difficult subjects, and I really enjoy talking to you. You have plenty of knowledge and experience from being on the road a lot, and all of your stories are so damn interesting. Plus, someone needs to offset my chaotic personality. Like contrasting hosts, huh? Yeah, what's more, she's not nervous talking in front of camera at all. Well, she is a performer. I know. I'm just saying she's a natural on camera. So yeah, that's what I was going to ask later, if you want to be my co-hosts. Only if you're interested, of course. I might need a moment to consider. Of course, take your time. However, if you are open to receiving input, may I throw in an idea for the format of the show? For reals, of course you may. And I'm staying until you tell me everything I missed. Okay. Yeah, the night's still young anyway. Well, but the day's over. Okay, so we're going into day 14 now, which means that I'm definitely going to do day 15 and we'll just go slightly over. Grinch. It's got a candy cane in it. That is ginger and cinnamon and green tea with a candy cane. I don't know how that would taste. Because it's like I don't want to leave just one day left. We'll finish this run, which then is 4 streams. And then we'll eat. Especially if we're not going to stream tomorrow. Because I'm still on the fence about that. I wonder where that phrase originated. Monday, October 2nd. Getting married on a Monday? Gobbly Labs shut down. Researcher to finally stop experiments after 1,304 incidents. Users of Tomata Chill's new stories feature. It needs a longer duration. That piece of halfling advice that seared into my memory. Ooh, hello. We're dark. Firstly, catch up on here. So we've just got Lucas to finish. Okay, so, right. Riona. Ooh. Riona and Lucas. She's going to blow up then. Oh, is that Rachel in the background? It's really hard to see. I could probably go into it. Ah. Possibly, I mean, there's a cattail in there. Something new. I appeared as a guest star in this impromptu vlogcast. Check it out and have fun with us. And then here it is. DTR. Down to Ride vlog. #1 mystery adventure with my super co-host, Rihanna Sharon, and a special surprise guest, Nicogel. Go watch it now. bit.ly/DT Ride podcast. Let's just see if this exists. Oops, I'm not actually nothing. Something's gone wrong here. Oh, links are in case sensitive. Okay, that was my fault. DT Ride podcast. Oh, youtube.com Togi Productions, which is the developer. So yeah, so that link goes to okay, so part of the interface is a little bit cut off. I'll scroll up in a minute. Oh, I just hit refresh. Don't know why I thought refresh would do anything. Only there. I was trying to switch tabs. So actually, there's no. That's liked by 18 others. Rachel's was liked by 53,000. Lucas's doesn't have any other likes. Do you like video podcasts? Sorry, not sorry. Forgot to post the trailer. Here it is. Full version dropping at 8 p.m. Check this out. Yeah, boy, started a new podcast for y'all. Want to know more? No delivery today. Cool. Interestingly, that picture does not have any extra likes. You'd think it would. So, yeah, hopefully we'll get more Lucas then, because I got to get all my hearts. Oh, we should read the stupid story. I'm sorry. Pygmalion Part 2. He wrote another sad thing for me in this one. Supposedly I was on a Ferris wheel where the love of my life decided to end things with me. The love of my life, like it's not my decision to make. The guy my writer made isn't who I'd love the most. Hell, he was just a barely fleshed out character with some dreamy words ready for me. The one who's won my heart is the person who made these dreamy words come out of his mouth. My writer, my creator, my Pygmalion. My heart, as I said, as if I actually had one. It was just some lines in a short stories made to entertain anyway. It was made to be fiction, part of something way bigger. But hey, if I was just fiction, I might as well fight for my own happy ending, right? Everything's possible in fiction. I want to write my own stories, an ending of my own choosing, built to my own effort. Isn't that what we want in life? Do you think I can have my own happy ending if you found your own? We can never find out if we don't try, right? And I'm not going down without trying. Because this, my beloved readers, is my story. Not my writer's, not yours, mine. Only I get to decide how my story goes. And I'm quite sure I deserve a happy ending, don't we all? But hey, enough about me. What about you? Have you written your own stories yet? You're about to finish the game now. What will you do once you close the game? Are you going to play it from the beginning again? Do you think in your second playthrough the ending will be different? Is there a happier ending here? Have you decided on your own ending? Nice breaking of the fourth wall there. I'm going for the happiest ending. And I will play it again, but probably not straight away. So yeah, alright. So I drove him around while he was nursing his broken. I really don't know why we're discussing my sad stories right now. Eyes on the happy couple. Oh, I wasn't so much sad as cute, though. But it's true that you and Mr. Bealey should be in the spotlight, Ms. Lua. Or just in the light. Sorry, I'm trying to get to the switch. Ow! Whoops, my apologies, Mr. Gala. You're literally solid like a wall. I'll take that as a compliment. Ah, here we go. You all found your way to a seat? I'm impressed. Huh. We've been here often enough that we know this place like the back of our hand. That's what it means to have regulars, Joe. So it does. Now, shall we get the celebration started? We're having some drinks? Yes, I'm so excited. That's adrenaline for you. Hang on to that feeling. You call it adrenaline, I call it deep, passionate, irresistible fascination for her husband. Hey, don't get too cocky, Mr. Mellon. Were you taking Lua's last name, Bealey's? Ha, no, we're keeping our last names. But I'll be Mr. Miller if it pleases Mrs. Miller. Anything to make you happy. Aw, you always make me melt. Disgusting, he said, wiping off his tears. How many times must I tell you? It was the City Hall flowers. They make my allergies flare up. Yes. Sure, let's go with that. This would be the perfect time for some drinks. I wouldn't say no to something hot for sure. And to something sweet. Something decadent and chocolatey. But let's keep it fresh. It's enough sweetness here to give me a sugar rush. So, in summary, sweet and chocolatey, but with some freshness, please. Do it, Joe. Okay, so chocolate, sweet, so honey, and mint is always fresh. And can we draw on it? Is always the question. So they just got married. Can I make something? Oh, but they made it so pretty. Nah, we'll just serve it. Thus is inspired by a sweet evening treat. After midnight. Hopefully the drink is to your liking. Ah, we made it for everybody. Okay, that's good. I don't have to make 4 drinks. I love it. It's very unique and festive. Very comforting. Exactly what I had in mind. It's fine. High praise from Hyde. Alright. It tastes a bit British. Have you ever been on that side of the pond, Joe? I did a bit of travelling in my day. Maybe we ran into each other in the past. Maybe we did. Passing each other like 2 ships in the night. From meeting at the mooring. That's very lyrical. No. I blame the mood on you two. What I know about the UK is that British werewolf guy I once met. He went absolutely wild doing furry, but even then, he would beg the wall's pardon after putting his fist through it. Sounds about right. And I imagined it became great friends. You know, rude vampires are much more my type. Hey, actually, no, I'm not offended. Rude vampire, I'm proud of it. That would look great on a t-shirt. Some idea, I'll consider that for a Christmas gift. Right, I guess we should raise a toast. Does anyone want to make a speech? Someone? Joe, maybe? I don't think I'm the right person to give speeches. You definitely are. Yes, if you want to, we would love to hear you. In that case, thank you for choosing to come to this cafe, Ms. Lua and Mr. Bailey's, and thank you for making us feel like a true part of your lives. Hear, hear. You'll always be a part of our lives now, Joe. Absolutely. Short and to the point. A good speech. Your turn, Hyde. Really? Well, fine. Thank you, Lua and Bailey's, for entertaining me and making me consider a counselling career, however briefly. You're a good bunch. That means a lot, Hyde. You've been a very good friend to us. Don't think we're forgetting about you, Gala. Speech time. Right. I don't know you as well as Joe, guys, and I haven't helped you nearly as much as I did, but despite that, you've made me feel welcome. You've immediately made me feel part of your family. May this warmth that you show others always reflect joy in the family you're starting today. Aww. Thanks, man, really. To the happy couple. To the happy couple? To the happy couple. Are your allergies troubling you again, Mr. Hyde? Joe, dear Joe. Just been made. Woo. Never think that you're out of reach of my retribution. Oh, if looks could kill. Ahem. I do apologise that we only serve soft drinks here. Some bubbles would have benefited the occasion. Don't worry about it. As far as I'm concerned, it suits me just fine. Yeah, we're not really drinking booze these days. Oh? Speaking of starting a family, just in case, you know. And I'm avoiding it in solidarity. It's nice you guys, rooting for you. Thanks, Carla. Just imagine little purple elves with horns running around everywhere. Oh, that's so cute! And thanks, I think, Hyde. I aim to please. Personally, I'm fine with soft drinks as well. Never liked the stronger stuff. He's not lying. I never saw him touch it. Is there any specific reason why not? Just don't like the taste. Never got used to it and never particularly tried to. People assume I like to drink, especially since I'm a big birdy dude, I guess. But no. Assumptions like that are annoying to me. I like that you look at it just as a taste among others, Carla. Sometimes I want to taste wine and sometimes I want tomato juice. Definitely, booze just became this big social thing. But I, for once, wish there was a better range of soft drinks. I went to a very expensive restaurant a while ago. They had a soft drink pairing option. They imported some alcohol-free vermouth, homemade some fruit juice. It tasted really nice and unique. But then they also had edible robots. And they made a miniature forest out of vegetables and dark chocolate. Wow, when did you go to a place like that? A while ago with my family. When we were still in touch. Bay. It's okay, sweetie. Well, make a mean cocktail. There's a hard version and a soft version. In the hard version I use vodka. In the soft version I don't use vodka. Fair enough. What else goes into it? A little bit of basil, some lemon juice, a pinch of salt, tonic water. That sounds like something I would enjoy. Wait for it. And of course, a big dollop of fresh blood. Here it comes. Old type, preferably. Universal donors and all that. Jack, I think this is a joke. I hope this is the joke. And this is why he never gets invited to parties. Do you mean I'm invited to all the parties? Thank you so much for being with us, the three of you. Thank you for having us. It was fun to meet your friends from work, Baileys. And your sister, Lua. She's got a very strong character, I respect that. She's impossible, but I love her to bits. Yeah, she took a while to warm up to me at first. We're just a year or three. She probably wanted to make sure you were right for a baby sister. Yes, that was definitely the reason why. She always thinks of me as some sort of softie that she needs to protect. Well, I mean, compared to her, Gala is a softie. I'd say Gala is a softie compared to many people. Fair enough. But yes, I think she could take him when he's under fury. If Joe ever moves out and I'm out of my special tea, I can ask for your sister's number, I think. You would have to hurry. Or you'll have to step over... your primary school friend, Bailey's. Co? I thought I caught him staring at her. I bet they didn't leave it at staring. The two witnesses, delightfully cliché, isn't it? You seem to be enjoying the gossip very much, Mr. Hunt. Of course I do. That's how I take my best pictures. Glances, touches filled with pent-up desire. Scorn dissimulated into a smile. Hopefully you've captured some pictures of our lovebirds too. Yes, I really can't wait to see them. Well, that's the downside of film. I know. But it will be worth it, so I'm happy to be patient. Good girl. In that case, I have a little reward for you. A perfect shot. Look at this, May. This is amazing. A beautifully captured moment, Mr. Hyde. Yes, truly, thanks again for doing this, Hyde. Don't mention it. I had an alright time doing it. You can keep this if you want. It's just a Polaroid, but... Oh no, it's absolutely lovely. It looks so friendly and warm. Like the wedding we always really wanted to have. Yes, once we sifted through the superfluous details. I love that you guys figured that out in the end. And I love this picture. Do you only have the one, Mr. Hyde? Why, Joan, you wanted to frame it and hang it on your wall? Yes. At the back, there's to the left of Bailey's, there's a little cat picture, which I bet is Rachel's new single. Yeah, I seem to be collecting things from... Sorry. From like, people I've solved. You wanted to frame it and hang it on your wall. Actually, yes, somewhat like that. Good thing I saw it coming. If our newlyweds don't object, I have almost the exact same one here for you. No objections whatsoever. Yeah, I'd love that. It'd mean a lot to us to have a little memory of this day hanging around here. Thank you so much. No, thank you. Yes, Joe, I'm not sure where we'd be without you. Guys, you're going to make me cry? Ahem. So I take it you have decided to embrace photography, Mr. Hyde? It would seem so. Oh, come on, tell him. Tell us what? Nothing's been confirmed yet. They're certainly not going back on it, and you aren't either, right? Of course not. Well then. Just tell them the story. It's obvious you're dying to. Don't have to ask me twice. Hyde's already agreed to shoot another wedding. They're a really sweet couple who's been coming to visit their kid at the hospital. Little Rose has been sick for a while. Doctors think she's going to get better eventually, but no one knows exactly when. So her parents have decided to get married in her room with her around. That's a lovely idea. Bet little Rose is thrilled. She is, an entire party next to her bed, can you imagine? Anyhow, they got to chatting with Hyde. Just like that, he promises to take their pictures pro bono. It's very good of you, Mr. Hyde. It's nothing like a juicy experience, so I can milk my modelling ex-colleagues for their wedding photos. Sounds like a good social redistribution to me. Right? So does that mean you're sticking around Seattle for good, Hyde? I've got the house and I've got the job, and I've got my own pocket werewolf, so it sounds like I'll be staying here for a little while. I want a pocket werewolf. That sounds like an awesome idea. Big fan of werewolves. That's great to hear. How's the house coming along? Taking ages, but it'll look good when it's finished. I'm having it redone from scratch, so it's a process. But as a vampire, my needs are little. In particular. Fair enough. I think it's normal to be particular when it comes to your dream home, you know? I agree completely. What would a dream house look for the two of you? We're not too sure yet. But we're not repeating the same mistakes. No endless tomato chill scrolling to look at other people's homes. And no overspending or feeling inadequate on my side. It's alright, I'm glad we talked it all through. Lua made me realise it's fine if I don't earn as much as she does, and if my family doesn't contribute anything. In fact, Lua's mum told me the same during the wedding. I didn't know you talked about it. where it went really well. She said what mattered to her is that I make her daughter happy, which is good because that's what matters to me too. And a happy Lua is a Lua who powers through her job. Yes, I really can't consider slowing down my career. Or maybe a little. Yeah, when the time comes, but the thing is I don't mind slowing down my career. I've always been the one bringing up the kids topic. It's not that I don't want them, but I was afraid of what it would do to my work. That makes sense. Women are all expected to do more when it comes to child rearing. In our couple, we've decided that when we have kids, I'll be a stay-at-home dad. I'll still do some freelance work if and when I have time, not so much for the money as to keep my brain working. But I'll be taking care of the little ones and of our place. You know, I keep thinking how happy I am that I met you and married you. Not many men would have wanted that. You'd be surprised. It's a changing and so on. Times are making more room for people to follow their wishes. I've known many men who would rather have stayed at home with their children than go to work every day and almost never see them. You two will just complement each other well. I think so too. Mr. Miller? Mrs. Oh no, using my family name on you seems wrong. They would throw a fit if they heard you do that. They absolutely would. It's almost tempting. But none of that matters much anyway. As long as we're still Lua and Baileys. As long as we're still Lua and Baileys. To Lua and Baileys! Oh, someone's phone's ringing. My phone's ringing. Oh no, Hyde's phone's ringing. Still haven't got my Lucas thing. Did I get a no chill? Oh, Georgie. I don't know what that is. Can I play it? No. It looks like a lighter with balls. It hasn't got any lights on that thing. It looks like it's a repost of someone's, so maybe like his wife made something. Or daughters. That's not me being sexist. That's me extrapolating from Miss Crafts. Missy Crafts. Hard to read that font. I can't remember what his daughter's name is. If he even told us. Well, his daughters are kind of young. Maybe? Though, I don't know. Anyway, blah 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 blah. Excuse me. Sounds like Hyde has found a new way forward. He has, yeah. I'm really happy about that. When I first met him, I thought he was a bit mysterious. And honestly, a bit of a jerk. He's really quite fragile, isn't he? There's nothing more solid and more fragile than an immortal. Yeah, nothing screws with your head quite as much as having unlimited time. Even elves with their only longish lives have issues. I can imagine. Werewolves are somewhere between elves and humans, and we also struggle with that stuff. I guess the bottom line is everyone gets bored and confused once in a while, right? The longer you live, the more once in a whiles you get. I mean, definitely, like, knowing you have unlimited life of a fashion, I would worry less about all the stuff that I want to do. But it would depend if I kept on aging or stopped aging. I think that's the whole vampire thing is, if you live for a long time, but you get to be like, you know, this for that time, then, you know, you still, well, okay, I would prefer to be younger and a lot less joint achy and a bit more flexible like I used to be. But it would mean that I would be like, cool, well, you wouldn't have to worry so much about pensions. You could probably retire and then... You could probably retire. I think I'd be bored if I had unlimited life and I retired. But I certainly would appreciate having extra time to be able to read, play games, actually do something other than just exist. But if you just kept on getting older and older and older and older and each of you kept falling off, I would not want that. What animals you get? That makes sense to me. I will say though, I'm mighty happy that I'm sticking around. For all that he can be a difficult one, it also makes life a lot more interesting. And we just really get on each other, get each other after all this time. You know what I mean? Yes, we really do. At this point, even when we need to take a bit of a time out, we can trust that we'll always find our way back to each other. That's right. You know, he's got a way of finding good people. I mean, we liked Joe from the start. Not that I've ever disagreed, but he really got you right away. He has been very kind to me and perceptive about me as well. I'm glad he befriended you two. This chat right now is really good. You're alright too, Gala. Yes, I'm looking forward to seeing more of you. Ha, right back at you. Ah, listen to that. It's pouring rain again. Brr. It'd be really cold if I didn't have your jacket, babe. But are you okay? Yeah, don't worry about me. I always worry about you. And I guess that's kind of my job now. Only if I get to worry about you too. You guys are cute. But you know what's even better than worrying about each other? Not worrying about each other. Point taken. Rainy weddings are meant to be good luck anyway. I've always wondered where that came from. It sounds like lip service for the happy couple, to avoid a meltdown if it rains, which must happen often enough. Really? So you don't know? Don't know what? Oh, maybe it's just a thing among elves. Have you heard of it, Joe? Are you referring to the goddess's tears legend? That's the one. Never heard of that. It's actually a whole topic in medieval elven poetry, but I can give you the short version. Go on, I'm very curious. Alright then. A long time ago lived a powerful goddess. That goddess had many children, but all of her children one she liked best. They were the shyest and the quietest. When their siblings screamed for attention, they set aside and played with clouds. When their siblings tormented each other, they silently looked at the stars. When their siblings ran away from the rain, they waited and watched the rain fall. The goddess thought, if all my children desert me, this one will always be by my side. They are kind and gentle, they will love me and take care of me. She thought of the days ahead and smiled. But one day, as the young godling sat on the edge of a cloud pondering the world, a gust of wind blew on them and they lost their balance. Oh no! Don't worry, it's not a sad story. All right then. Carried by the wind, they floated down to the ground, and immediately they were astonished. There were so many things around them that they'd never seen before. They were both delighted and lost, and they stood rooted in place for many human eras, until a human found them there. Shall we call the godling Eon and the human Ray, just for clarity? That's going to help me for sure. I get lost without names. All right, Eon and Ray it is. Ray walked up to Eon and, finding them stunned, guided them forward. They took them to their village and showed them how they lived their life. As days passed by, Eon started talking to Ray. They discussed stars and planets, clouds and suns. They talked of harvest and of young children, of famine and old men. They talked of time and eternity, and as they looked into each other's eyes, they found both the briefest of moments and the longest era in there. That's how they both knew they were in love. They decided to get married, but both of them wanted the assent of their family. Ray got it without any trouble. Their family was quite fond of Eon by then. But when Eon went to see their mother, the goddess, that old hag. Ha, give her a chance, my love, she improves. But yes, at first she wasn't thrilled. In fact, she was outraged that her favourite child should be taken away from her. That reminds me of someone. I promise you she's a lot better than my mother. Anyway, she got really angry and she told Eon, get married if you wish, but if you do get married, then you shall wither and die just like your fiancé. Yuck. And to no one's surprise at this point, Eon said, I'm okay with that. What's eternity if I can't have Ray by my side? Down to get married they went. For many hours the goddess was angry and shouted, and then for many more hours she was despondent and sulked. Then finally she turned an eye to the ground to look at Eon and Ray. They were in the field where Ray had first found Eon. They wore garlands of flowers and they were surrounded with people they loved. And for the first time, Eon wasn't quiet at all. They were singing and dancing, their eyes sparkling, their hair floating on the wind. And the goddess saw that for the first time in an eternity their child was happy. She regretted her bitter words then. But a goddess's word once spoken isn't easily broken. In sadness for her child's mortal days, she started crying. And one by one her tears hit the earth in a thick cloud of rain. But instead of running from it, Eon and Ray danced with it. And so the goddess said, for each tear of mine that falls onto you, may you live another year. And even as your hair turns grey and your skin turns parched, may that year see you both dancing and singing, still in love with each other. And according to elves, that's how we come to be. But I think that's a bit far-fetched. My love, are you tearing up? It's nothing. You are just really beautiful sometimes. You're a born legend teller, Mr. Beelys. That was an astonishing rendition of that story. Yeah, that was epic. I'm not going to look at the rain the same way now. Ah, it's just a silly legend. It's not silly at all. And you're right, the goddess is a lot better than your mother. Told ya. My history of rain is a lot simpler. I just really love it when it rains outside and you're all warm indoors. Yeah, that's a very cosy feeling. I like that too. I also kind of like being in the rain sometimes. In summer when it rains, it's lovely. And sometimes I kind of just like being cold and wet. That is a weird thing to say. If you're near to home, rain is good. If you have to walk miles and you're soaked, it is less fun. Though when you get home and you get to like bundle all up cozy, that is good. I always used to like it when it rained on the way home from work, but never when it rained on the way to work. Because you can get changed when you get home. It's harder when you go to work and you're soaked. I remember, there was like monsoon season or something when I was living in France. And it was torrential, but it was warm. And it was lovely. I like the rain. It is sadly not raining now. It did rain. It rained so hard that one of my plant pots fell over. Luckily it was just empty, full of soil, but empty. Because, well, that would involve me actually planning and planting stuff. But yeah. I like the rain. It's a very cozy feeling. My bedroom when I was a little girl was on the top floor. So I could hear the rain fall at night when I was in my bed. It was great. Wish we lived in a world where everyone had that. Place to be safe while the rain falls outside. Sure. I really like the roof windows when it rains. And look! Here's at least another someone who's safe from the rain right now. Oof, that's a very wet little guy. Gala, did he just shake rain all over you? He did a little, but that's fine. He's a cute one. What's he doing here, though? Is he your catcher? I know, but he's been around a couple of times. I can't reach the kitty. Stupid box. I do remember seeing him a week or so ago. He's not any friendlier than us then. Although he's not especially aggressive either. Maybe he's adopting this place. Be the first. That's pretty much how you got Hyde too. Now that's an apt comparison. It seems that he might be looking for something though. Or someone. If that's the case, he hasn't found them yet. He came by another time a few days ago and was actually quite helpful. But he didn't look settled then either. And there he goes. Very mysterious. I wonder if there's a whole thing behind the cat, whether it's literally just a cat. Though, I should add these to the cat playlist. What did I miss? A cat, apparently. Ah, yes, I saw it go. What was that about? I'm not entirely sure. He's come by a handful of times, but he doesn't seem to stay very long or ask for anything. I was saying that he might be looking for someone. Ah, perhaps he is. In many traditions, cats are depicted as having special foresight. Messengers between worlds, so to speak. They know something so we don't, or see something we can't. That's just what they want you to believe. Looking mysterious to get food and cuddles. I was saying that it reminds me of someone, actually. No comment. Anyhow, what was that call about? That was the interior designer about the house. For some reason he needed to know the exact size of my turntable, as well as whether I wanted walnut or oak floors. Just want floors I can walk on. Surprising. I thought you'd be more particular about decoration, Hyde. I am particular in the sense that I want it to look good. He's got no clue what to do to get there. I mean, you've seen his car. It's not, pink design trends. The car served me right, thanks you very much. I remember when a certain werewolf didn't want to drive me around. I shouldn't have brought that up, truce. Why don't you help Hyde with decorating then, Gala? Why, indeed. My job. Time. Your job, time, I see. Everyone's a critic, but the truth is, Gala has no understanding of colour, material, or shape. am a lazy interior designer at best, but Gala is an interior designer's weekend nightmare. True, I just go for functional things. That's what people say when they've got no taste. Yeah, maybe my taste in vampires is the problem here. I think your taste in vampires is your one saving grace. Ah. You guys likely going to be just fine. Indeed. You know, being like this all together, when it's dark and damp, feeling all good and safe, and home, it's a pretty rare feeling in this kind of public place. I think the kinder is key here. As far as I can remember, this has never felt like a strange space to me. It's my space that I'm lucky enough to share with other people I like. I definitely feel the same way. Thanks for that, Joe. I'm glad that's how it feels to you. Our patrons' comfort has always been our priority. Goal very much achieved then. That, and also, you're all right. It sounds like everyone's going to be busy with their own stuff for a while, but I can't wait to come back here and see your faces again, whether in a week or a month or a year. I know it's going to be a good time. Cheers to that. Hear, hear. Yeah. You're welcome at any time, separately or together, and I'm looking forward to hearing what you get up to. We'll definitely pop by to give you news, and to get fury remedies, and to listen in on other drama. I can't wait to welcome you back. I think the rain's over, and we've kept you up for a while already, Joe. Yes, we should use the dry spell to get back home. So did they night to gold. You go first, guys, or we'll be stepping on each other's toes. Alright. Good night, Joe. And good night. Good night, you two. Let's go, darling. Let's. Good night, Joe. Good night, you two, and happy wedding. Thanks again for being with us. Tonight and on other nights. Well, thank you for everything, truly. Have a good rest, Joe. Will do. You guys coming? Yeah, just hold the door for me a second longer. What are you doing? I'm carrying you over the threshold, of course. As on the way into the home, not on the way out to the bar. I can do both. You're silly. Maybe, but I love you. I love you too. Bustling, busy, and a buzz. People whose thoughts I can hear almost as well as my own by now. Whose successes and failures matter to me as much as my own. I suppose that's what it feels like, to have a chosen hive. Okay, final day, Tuesday, October 3rd, 2023. So this should round up some stories. Maybe our shelves will have more things on. Film director resigns in the wake of shocking leaks. That sounds like Silver and Amanda. Heir of American business royalty disowned over choice of wife. Don't care. Kalki, the new invasive species. That could be quite problematic. Oh look, there's a wedding photo and also a jar of something. Is that a candle? We've got the cat. We've got the little pink bear. The cat, which has got to be the Rachel's single. We've got some sort of, I don't know what that is. Chocolate box, biscuit box. Cigar box? Don't know who that would be for. So we got the wedding invitation and the photographer. That was Rachel's single. We didn't particularly get anything for that. Review. Sure. Anyway, maybe the Tomato Chill will explain it. We still need to get another Lucas, so hopefully Lucas will be back. Okay. Oh, okay. Hang on. So Bailey's. Oh, look at that. It's a video. If we can't watch the video, that would be epic. Gala. Mr. Hyde. Oh, they were supposed to do the same thing. Silver. And that's Amanda. I was like, what is... Oh, it's the space person. It's like... Nails look odd. By the end of it, and then just do for the love of it, and keep having fun, so mindset keep going forward. Having someone you can connect with, especially within the same industry, is really something I'm glad for. Oh. Somehow this feels like déjà vu. Hey, Georgie. Welcome, Officer Georgie. What's cracking? Aside from the thunder outside, that is. Ah, yep, déjà vu. What? Nothing. Everything's fine. If everything I need to avoid another blackout. It's good news. Hey, you know, this weather's kind of grown on me. Eh? Yeah. Not something I'd like to have forever, of course. But thunder no longer sounds so angry to me. Interesting. What does it sound like to you? Just going to archive off. I did a copy for next week, but don't need that because we're going to finish it today. 4 streams, we said. We're going to determinedly be 4 streams. This one's just going to be slightly longer, so hopefully you can all bear with me for another, 20 minutes? No idea. Just not scary anymore. Anyway, I want to order something. Perfect. What would you like? Make me whatever I ordered a couple of weeks ago. A couple of weeks ago? Yeah, like on Monday, 2 weeks ago. Right, of course. You were promoting new types of tea, I think. The one you gave me was pretty tart. I see. So yeah, make me whatever you gave me that day. Fairly certain it was hibiscus. But how are you supposed to remember if you're not playing all this in one go is beyond me. We don't have any items. Here you go, a freshly brewed cup of hibiscus for you. Thanks. So tart. Sheesh. Still, the taste takes me back to my grandpop's summers. This would be better cold, though. Oh? Because it'll ease the tartness a bit. So, any plans to serve cold drinks in the near future, Joe? Not sure. But if I ever do, I'll keep you posted. Coffee Talk 3! Ice, baby. I don't know. Roger that. How are you, officer? How's work? Work, huh? Well, it's only been a couple of days since I was here, but I admit lots happened. Oh? Heh. Patience, pal. We don't have all the players here to complete the story yet. Oh, is someone else coming? 2 more. Alright then. But what do you mean, complete the story? Well, like I said, there's been a lot going on. I can't recount the whole thing alone. I see. But you know, Joe, for a while, this old man felt he'd been living in a stagnant pool when he thought he started out on a flowing stream. It didn't take long for him to find out it wasn't a stream or even a pool. It was more like a mud puddle that was constantly being filled up with dirt year after year. And well, no matter how much he tried to keep it clean, the puddle would always dry out before any of his attempts bear fruit, every single time. He'd end up stuck on the bottom with only the occasional rainwater keeping his existence going. Right. However, after a bout of heavy rain, he discovered a small crack of hope. A thin line leading to another flowing water in the original direction he wanted. Know what I'm saying? I think so. Minute to meet his wife. It's Lucas! Lucas is in the house, yo! Hey. What's up? And you, Pops, how goes it? Good. You're in high spirits, aren't you? Anyway, Pops, what's shaking? I think I should be the one asking you that. What's with all this excess energy? You're right, and I should probably explain, but first... Dear Joe, may I put in order? You me? Ha! I'd like a blue pea latte with super cool latte art on top. Well, I mean, I can go with blue pea latte. I don't know about the super cool, but I can definitely do the art. Okay. No! Wrong button. I was trying to go for something that looked like rain. That is not working. That looks like someone's nostrils. I'm not an artist. Okay, that looks kind of cool. So it keeps making the bottles rattle. I need to move the bottles because I've got no idea. Oh, that's cool. I'm going to serve that. Cup of blue tea latte with a masterpiece on top of it for you. See, we got an achievement for the masterpiece. Best hangout spot in town. A masterpiece, eh? I like your confidence. Anyway, cheers. Did you post a picture of it? Yay, we got Lucas. Excellent. Wow, mukbang. Coffee, not anymore. Fried noodle, any. Avengers default, back county. My bed. What I'm doing in my life, you know what I'm doing in my life, breaking out the mold one video at a time. We have all the happy faces. Oh, we didn't read the story. Thank you. Your free trial is over. Did you enjoy the content? Blah, blah, blah. Okay. This is definitely the end of the game then. Thanks, Joe. So, what's up, kid? What's well, Pops? I'm waiting for the lady to arrive. Also, Miss Fiona's coming. Yep, she should be here soon. The last couple of days has been really intense for us. In fact, I didn't sleep at all until last night. Oh, why? Let's just say we've been busy cooking up stuff. What is it? I know you're a hustler, kid. Your schedule is probably like everyone else's, but I hope you won't drag others into unhealthy habits unnecessarily. Although I know next to nothing about Banshee biology. Doesn't she do late night deliveries? Oh, sometimes she does deliveries until morning. Then never mind, kid. Forget everything I said earlier. Phew. I was like, oh man, what stupid thing did I do this time? Ah, it was just pulling your leg. You're both adults. I was just playing around with a nosy, annoying old guy. Still, it's good that you guys are talking. Especially considering what happened the first time you two met. Yeah, no kidding. That's what I meant by me doing stupid things too. Sometimes I don't slow down enough to see the forest for the trees, you know. It happens. As long as you're aware of it and take a step back from time to time. Yeah. So were you staying up late because of the new podcast you posted? Oh yes, have you watched it? What podcast? Links on my Teachio, Pops. That was a podcast? You've already seen it too? Oh man, I'm stoked. I thought it was like a ghost hunt or something. With how dark everything was lighting-wise. So it was too dark, huh? I'll keep that in mind. I'll admit, what you call the ghost hunting segment was shot kind of spontaneously. What do you think about the whole thing, Pops? You too, Joe, tell me. Oh, I saw the post, but I haven't had time to watch it yet, because it wouldn't let me. And when I tried to go to it, it took me to the YouTube channel, which was not... I kind of wanted a podcast. I'm sorry. Oh, well, don't be sorry. But go watch it when you have the time, alright? Do? Well, since I thought it was a ghost hunt, I didn't watch all the way to the end. Okay, that's fair, understandable. My daughter enjoyed watching the whole thing, though. Ah, that's so great to know. She told me Rachel was there too. What gifts? Rachel? Yeah, she was our first guest. Oh, so did you film the episode right after you three talked about it the other day? Exactly, that's why it was spontaneously done. But the whole thing is not about ghost hunting. Not all about ghost hunting, Pops. That was just a clickbait. The actual story is... I know, my daughter summarised it for me. You brought up the street. And the tree too, didn't you? Exactly. Because it was part of our plan, right? Welcome, Miss Riona. Hello. Didi, finally you're here. Good evening, miss. Hi, everyone. Was the traffic bad for you? No, not at all. Let's deliver something before I came. That's why I'm a bit late. I apologise. You're not late, I'm just early. Would you like anything to drink? Yes, please. I'd like a cup of mild coffee sweetened with a lot of honey, if you would. So, coffee, honey, honey. Da, 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 da. Do, da, da, da. Can I do art on it? Probably not. Nah. I want to make art. That's what I used to order back in the day. So what's really been happening with you two? This kid stayed up for days for something, apparently? Does that include you as well? Yes, but those are just my regular working hours. See? And I thought we were done talking about that, Pops. What the heck? I'm not done playing the role of annoying nosy older guy. That's all. Jeez! Oh, and by the way, thank you for telling me about the pie shop, miss. Somehow I didn't even know it existed. You talking about Disco Pie? Yes, that place closes up at midnight. Follows the schedule of the pub adjacent to it. Now my daughter can get pie even when I'm home late. I see, that's good. I swear I'm not trying to point your regulars in the direction of your rival. It's fine. What rival? Maybe I should start selling food here? Did I miss something? I'm wondering too. Well, as you probably know, especially if you follow my teacher, we started a vlog/podcast thing. Right. My daughter watched the first episode yesterday. Did she like it? She loved it. I heard her laughing all the way. I'm glad. So, what's this vlog/podcast thing, really? Yeah, please, clarify. Saw you had this ground session in the episode. Thought podcasts are supposed to be voice only. Like a radio show, but you don't need to catch it live. Well, nowadays there are a lot of podcasts with videos. Thanks, Leaky. That's probably a good plan. Yeah. Voice is still the most important part, though, and we did have the carpool podcast later in that episode. So usually there'll be two versions of the same episode, the voice-only one on audio streaming platforms, and the full video posted on video streaming platforms. I see. Sounds difficult to create both at the same time. Must require a lot of planning, doesn't it? It does. If you're not the Lucas, that is. Thanks to my editing and interviewing skills, you can enjoy the action session and the voice-only version all the same. I see. It'd be possible to make the episode as compelling, though, without Lady Riona giving us good information to make the episode work. Somehow, her voice really resonates well in the mic, so it was a joy to edit it into the narration. Also, Rachel was probably the best first guest we could have gotten. We even got a sneak preview of her new singles. Our first episode got tons of views because of that. Really? That's great. But I wonder if that was cleared by her manager. Probably not. She knows what she's doing, I'm sure. I can see why you two stayed up for these. Sounds great, you all. So, Miss. Yes? Are you enjoying your new role as show co-host? Well, it's interesting so far, and I'm learning a lot of new skills, so I'm eager to keep working on it. All the while I keep looking for auditions and honing my craft. That's all I needed to know. The hibiscus and the butterfly! Does it make sense? That's all I needed to know. So, what else is in the episode? Sure! Just kidding. It's okay. You can watch it whenever. I will. You have to work. So, Mr. Lucas, you said this is part of your plan? And Officer, you said you need all players to be here to form a complete story. What's with that? Pops, if you please. Alright, I'll start. Joe, do you remember what we talked about a couple of days ago? Which part? I asked you and Gala which you preferred, wild rumours or bad press, though you didn't answer. Ah, yes, I remember now. You said something about combining them, I think. Yeah, and that's where I and Lady Riona came in. Oh? Pops was telling me about his meetup with the grieving vandals, so I know the whole story, and I get what they were going for. It's not that they want their friend to be remembered in a bad way. Yeah, they just want them to be remembered, period. So, from talking with Pops, I had an idea. an idea to turn their actions into a neighbourhood legend. Urban legend. With their and the victim's family's permission, of course. The victim's family? When the officer asked me if I knew them, I was able to track them down. You did? Oh, that's great. How? We operate on a simple wavelength, which is the easiest way to explain it. It took a while, but I managed to reach them. I see, that makes sense. So you're trying to turn their act of vandalism into an urban legend? Exactly right. Urban legend usually starts with hearsay, created from half-truths, half-exaggeration, from each speaker to the next listener. Like a game of tag. Sometimes they can be even all lies. But most of them often serve as a cautionary tale. Yep. But the best thing about this one is it's all real. It really didn't take much for me to tweak it into a whole new story. But why did it need tweaking? To make it less clear, of course, because you want everyone to get curious. If you explain everything all at once, there's no mystery for us to dig into. Once they're hooked on the premise, folks will try finding things out on their own. And in this case, because the tree already has an actual long history, those who dig for more information will surely fall down the rabbit hole. Other content creators who are into this stuff will lap it up, and they tend to be big. Then the rest is history. Their friend's memory will have a life of its own. I see what you mean. Did you have the story in yesterday's episode? Part of it. We're planning to discuss it further in a couple of episodes, because you need to give the impression time to propagate, you know? Honestly, it was probably good enough, because my daughter couldn't stop asking me more about it. She knows the story was based on my case. She's been telling her friends at school about the video, without letting them know it was my case, of course. That would be bad. Sounds very promising, though. You're telling me? That's great. Send our thanks to your daughter, Pops. What? This is all very different, but a somewhat exciting experience. How do you know this will all work out as intended? We don't. It's that easy to influence that many heads, you know. Huh? But you were so confident. Because we'll never know the outcome of anything unless we try. That's true. Never forget. Remembrance. Well, congratulations on taking a step into a new direction, kiddos. Who knows, maybe someday soon I'll join in on it. You want to become an influencer too, Pops? Ha, could you imagine? No, I meant taking a step in a new direction. How about Georgie Williams' private investigator sounds? Wow, really? For reals? I'm kidding. Or am I? Who really knows at this point? I mean, I think it fits you well. Thanks for the roast of confidence, miss. I might have to leave soon. Huh? Why? I haven't eaten anything substantial since this morning. It's a really busy day. Oh, word! Let's go then. You can stay. I'll just go for a quick bite and come back. Let's just go. We're partners, right? Besides, we still have a lot of things to discuss. You're right. Okay, if you're fine with it. But before we go, I want to give a final test to Joe. Test? Yeah. To be honest, I'm very impressed with your coffee shop. It's one of the best I've ever been in, and I see your regulars are loyal as well. So I want to send you a luxurious Lucas-approved 5-star plaque. Oh my, so that's real? What's that? Nothing. Does it mean this coffee shop will be part of the hottest gang now? Only if you pass this one test. Make me a custom order based precisely on my preferences. Could you tell me a bit more? After all, the relationship between the shop and its patrons is based on deep familiarity, so I just want you to make me drink based on what you know about me. I can't really drink coffee anymore, but I still need the caffeine, right? I really like sweet things. And sometimes I forget to eat, so I'll need something rich to soften up the drink. A special drink would satisfy all that. Green tea. Sweet. And then something that's going to substitute for food. Green tea, honey and milk. How do I do? Oh, stars! Well, it's called 5 stars. That's probably a good sign. There you go. 5 stars. There you go, sir. I have not even unlocked half of the drinks. I've unlocked a lot of them, but look at all these undiscovered things. Here you go, sir. Oh. That looks nice, kid. What do you call this? Since it's made for your approval, 5 stars. How's that sound? With the quotation marks and everything? Perfection. Truly a service worthy of Lucas's 5 stars. Cheers. Well, that's hot. Jeez. You didn't have to drink it all at once. I think it's time for us to go. I mean, for me. Roger that. Let's get going then. See you later, Pops. Good luck with everything. You too, you too. Bye, Joe. See you again soon. Goodbye. I think we're nearly at the end now. Wonder if there's any more regulars to come. So, just you and me now. Nothing wrong with that. I have to go soon though. Duty calls. Sure. But before you go... Hello, Jim. How are you? Freya! Hey, Miss Greenhair. Hey, officer. Long time no see. I heard you've been going around the world, huh? Around the world is a bit much, but I've been somewhere. I'm glad to see you here, Freya. Well, as much as I'd like to stay and chat, duty calls. Aw, that sucks. I missed you. Well, see you there later then, Georgie. Yeah. Don't forget to tell Joe the truth, okay? Huh? Later, Joe. I will. Let me move over there. And we can see our little rewards. So, my buddy, my pal, my good friend. Joe, what's up? Why didn't you tell me you were coming? Before you start blaming me, it was a last-minute thing. Even I didn't know I'd be back so soon. So what makes you return sooner than expected? Well, maybe I'll tell you after a drink. Hey, do you remember my first order ever? Espresso? Yes, you have a good memory. First time I was here, it was raining as hard as it is now. I thought nothing was open anymore until I saw your shop. Your espresso was one of the best coffees I've ever had. Q. 1 espresso for me, please. Coffee, coffee, coffee. Espresso. Here you go, Freya. A cup of triple shot espresso for you. Great. Again, this deep aroma and such stellar flavours. Thanks. So, mind telling me why Officer Georgie said what he said? No, we must have a story. Ah. Aww, she posted a picture of herself. I like that. Said what he said? Which part? Something about telling me the truth. Ah, well, about that. Okay. I'm leaving for a writer's residence soon, and it's really, really far away. What? I know. It was impulsive, it was something I did on a whim. I know. Me and my old buddy sent the application form like last month, not really expecting anything. We got accepted, and somehow it's for this year's rotation. Which means I need to pack and get ready real soon. That's not a scam, is it? Of course not. How long is it going to be? Don't know, probably a few months. But I might try and keep travelling after that. Okay? Joe, are you sad? Nope. Don't be sad when I'm gone, okay? I said I'm not sad. Aww. Anyway, tell me what's been happening all this time I've been gone. Should be a lot of juicy stories waiting for me, right? Oh, you have no idea. Spill it. Everything. Alright. So it started around 2 weeks ago. Hack was working on a game while Myrtle helps from time to time. Aww, they're a good team. Silver and Amanda's trip took them further than they expected. And Pearl appears in a number of their selfies from London, Sydney, and the Mongolian steppe. We get to see Pearl? Hyde's reputation as a dreamy, sensitive wedding photographer spread all around of Seattle. and Ngala is fond of qualifying him in his exact terms to hide obvious displeasure and secret joy. Llewellyn Bailey's bought a little house with large windows and a small garden and an extra bedroom. Bailey's has been using it as a workspace, but it stands ready to fulfill a whole other function when the time is right. The Nekochel Times Army collaboration was a success as a new single was released on time. Even though the reviews are mixed, her true fans love it, and that's all that matters, she says. In spite of its impromptu nature, their first vlogcast was a success, especially with Rachel's appearance boosting the views. Lucas's team joined the production a few episodes later, and they're thinking about eventually covering their home states and communities. Word of mouth spread the story of the accident, resulting in a combination of history and urban legend. A petition was then created to memorialise the site, which was successfully included in the area renewal process. Alright. Having all of the emotions today. Good writing. Got me engaged. Yeah, we've gone over, but I started slightly late. We talked for a little bit, and I think it was worth it to oh yeah, we had the Dark Side Detective collaboration. It was worth it to finish that off. Hi Lady Magritte. How's it hanging? Ima! Thank you for the raid. You have exquisite timing as always. How was the turnip boy? Now I have multiple copies of me up. I need to close some of me down. We have just finished coffee talk. And me! Me what? Ah! No worries. We shall have to see if we can find someone to raid. Ooh. Huh? Hello? Invisible person. Okay. Well, I don't know who you are, so... Mint hot chocolate. That's what I'm feeling. Ooh, and I can do latte art. But I won't because it'll disturb the pretty little thing. Do we have any items? No. I hope you enjoy this small offering of ours. Don't worry, it's on the house. We'll be open all night, so feel free to stay a while. As long as you'd like. Until you feel you're ready to leave. I feel like I'm missing something. You've now seen the big picture. However, some finer points remain to be seen. Endless mode. Extras. Let's have a peek at the... Ooh, the gallery, yes. Ooh, sell some locked stuff. That's always good. Oh, she looks so cute. Yes, we can maximize the little cute grumpy expression in the little axolotl. That is adorable. Oh, and I can maximize that. It is Rachel in the background. It was just really hard to see. Oh, the earrings. That makes more sense. And those are the items. Oops. It's cute. It's a locked item as well. Interesting. And we get to revisit the pictures as well. Ah, and these are the things like the music. And then character art. Oops. Kitty. Those are pictures from the newspaper. Neil. That's it. Neil became silver. Oh, pretty. Okay. Mint syrup and honey. Mint syrup and not... Well, you suppose you'd make mint syrup by reducing mint tea. Or a mint infusion anyway. Aww. Tribute. The original creator who died. Oh, that is a really good coffee heart. Latte art heart. Maybe that's what the cat is. Just a... Oh, that makes me feel really sad. If it... Maybe it was his cat and... Maybe that was like meant to be his cat and like the invisible person is like him as a ghost getting to enjoy one last drink. And now I made myself sad. Maybe we should have done a green tea latte. That looks like a green tea latte. We did mint choc. I don't know if you get something fancy if you do like a green tea latte at the end. Oh, right. Okay, so we got 23 out of 53 achievements. That matches up. Good. Started a new game. We trashed a drink. Well, because I wanted to just check something. I'd put art on it and I wasn't happy with it. Brewed my first drink. Did my latte art. I did not do any wrong drinks. Met all the characters. Ah, so you can... yeah, so there's obviously is a bad... She doesn't come back. Oh, listen to all the songs. I thought we had, but obviously we haven't unlocked all of them. Trash lots of drinks. Oops. Oh no, so there's like a whole bad route. Oh, there's a challenge mode, obviously. Oh, so there's different drinks we can inspire Rachel with. So there's, yeah, we tried to do a good route. don't know whether it was perfect or not, but it was obviously a really bad route. Oh, there's a normal story arc, which I didn't get. Ah, we saw the McQueen crossover. Be sure everyone gets the right drink. Okay, so we did. Complete the story mode with the least feasible amount of points. Oh, God. Oh, unlock the whole album. We've not done that yet. Played it through once. Complete Silver and Amanda's good story arc. Oh, no. Oh, okay, we did do it, but we did a different version of it. Okay. Complete hides normal, and then... Ooh, okay. Right. Normal and good. Okay. 5 stars, okay. Best story arcs simultaneously. Normal and good. Oh, incomplete and it was a good. It seems best. Okay, good and best seem to be differently qualified. Reunite Tofu with its owner. Oh, that might be the kitty. Unlock all special drinks. There's a 50 challenge mode. All the artworks. And then all the achievements, which has to be on one profile as far as I remember. Okay. So that was Coffee Talk episode 2, Hibiscus and Butterfly, named after the 2 new teas you get. We did a full playthrough of the game on stream. It was a fairly good playthrough. We did a lot of talking as well. It's called Coffee Talk, so we had to. So I'm going to sort of leave this here. What I will end with is a reminder about game days coming up in 20 days. I'll be doing Extra Life. At the moment, I have got some incentives you can redeem, where if you donate, you get a number of tokens to be able to claim games. I need Xbox games from my list. The tokens basically, I'm not going to say guarantee, but let's say that you donate like $50, you would get the equivalent of like $100 worth of tokens, up to $100 worth basically, because some of the games aren't, not all of the games are like at the top of their thing, but you get a decent amount of value of game back for your tokens. I'll also have games to give away during the stream, but I want people to be able to take advantage of it, and also take advantage of the fact that people like getting games and get money for charity. So I'm gonna end this here. I'm gonna see if there's anyone to raid. What I think I might do is, it looks like Shork is on, doing some sort of puzzle game. Puzzle games are always nice and mellow. Oh, this one's pretty. Called Bonfire Peaks. So we'll go say hello to Shork. We haven't done a raid for a little while because I always forget and then I'm always tired, and sometimes people drop off before the end of the stream, so it's kind of pointless. But today we have people, so I am going to do a raid and we'll go see Shork. So if people want to post a raid message, there we go. And we'll get some food because we're later than before, but I'm glad we had a chance to finish that. Thank you to Dan and Milo for the request. Good game. And yeah, I really enjoyed the first one. We did a playthrough of that on stream as well back when it came out, several years ago now. And I like the whole sort of underlying story that there's something more going on, and that apparently we're an alien. You know, that's also fine. So yeah, please feel free to donate to my Extra Life campaign. It's for charity, and please say hello to Shock. I don't know if raids are acting up. My numbers don't seem to match up. If you're not in with the raid, then let me just do a shout out. There we go. So you've got a link to go to. But we're going to raid now. So I've been Joe, otherwise known as Angel SK. Thanks for watching. Thanks everyone for resubs to Scruff, raids to Ima, and just for catching up and talking. Gotta go. Bye!